we go. Been a while since I had the camera on here, so excuse me, a little awkward adjustment here. I almost wonder if I shouldn't even touch it. Okay, here we go. What's going on, my friends? Welcome back to the return of WAT Rail Championship Wrestling. Let me get a quick audio check for myself here. Okay, didn't sound bad. Still stunningly awkward with the lack of music in the background. Not for me, but for you. How the hell are we doing? Happy, what is it? Tuesday? Tuesday. Had a lack of structure to help keep track of what day it is lately. If you've been following that saga in my life. Excited for this. Matt in the chat, wasted no time. What's going on, my friend? I hope we'll have a lot of friends joining us this evening because we're going to have a lot of friends on the screen tonight. You can even see a new competitor right here, front and center. The poster boy of the evening appears to be Big Moose Hoss. He's given you that wonderful, encouraging fist of joy there. The fist of joy. We've got a hell of a show. I love these wrestling streams, and I'm so excited to get back to this. Haven't been live since my God of War stream a few days ago in which we finished the game. Posting poggers in the chat. I'm not sure who is this? Is this Kyle? I feel like this is Kyle. Posting poggers in the chat. Maybe not. I don't know. Space Channel 7, what's going on, first time chatter? Forrest posting poggers in the chat. Hell yeah. Thank you, my friend. Thanks for tuning in. Tonight we've got a wrestling stream for you. One of my favorite things to do on this here dang channel. If you haven't tuned into one before, it's very chaotic. We have all sorts of movie and video game and pro wrestling characters colliding in one simulated pro wrestling league, as well as some of my fellow streamers and podcasting friends. We got Mr. EliMac in the chat. Mr. EliMac is indeed one of those very people. Mr. EliMac will be making his debut in the ring tonight because we're going to be doing our first ever tournament in WAT Rail Championship Wrestling for our new mid-card title, the Twitch Championship, kind of our version of the U.S. title or the Intercontinental title in WWE. We have a Twitch title because the league has grown so much. There are so many competitors to account for that we want to make sure we have different divisions. He's ready to win this tournament and become the first ever WAT Twitch champion. Hell yeah. We love to see it. And we will see him this evening, maybe more than once, but he's got to get through. Who's he got to get through? I remember. We'll get to that when we get to that. And we're also going to do a pay-per-view tonight. Usually we do 2 regular shows, and then we do a pay-per-view. Tonight's pay-per-view is the Elimination Chamber. We had an Elimination Chamber, a real one, just a few days ago. I'll probably be sharing thoughts on that too, if that's of any interest to you. I did watch the real-life Elimination Chamber. We're going to be having one of our own at the end, and that's going to be championship title defenses. We won't figure out who the Twitch champion is tonight. That's going to be decided on the next stream, probably, at our WrestleMania equivalent event. But we will figure out who the 2 competitors are, who the 2 finalists of our tournament tonight. We will go all the way and figure out who those folks are. So there's a lot to look forward to tonight. Got some friends in the chat. I love to see it. Thank you so much for tuning in already. Suge Knight 1323 coming in. You're going to see him in the ring tonight for the first time as well. And I've not clued any of these folks in on what they look like. So there's a lot of surprises to be had. And these streams are they're not typically very brief. So we're going to get the show started here. Let's say the chat's paused. Get out of here. There we go. Mr. EliMac, the trash talk's already starting in the chat. Sugar, I'd love to see you in the tournament, but it's my time. Let me think. Is that possible? Yeah, that's possible. You guys might see each other in the tournament. Let's get started here. We got the Sami Zayn music playing in the background. Not that you would know because you can't hear it because it mutes all the music. Oh, man. Poor Sami Zayn. Let's see what we got tonight in our first show of the evening. We're just going to get it started. There's so many things to say, but we've got lots of time to say them, so we're going to get the show started. And again, if you haven't seen these before, I don't actually play any of these matches. We just let it run. I also don't book most of the matches, with the exception of the tournament tonight. we just kind of let the AI do what it wants, and we see who wins of their own accord. I'm not here to balance the scales in one direction or another. I'm just a commentator. You're the audience. I'm the commentator, and this is not our ride. We're just held captive here. Unless the AI forces my hand. That's true. The AI in this game is really bad, and so if the match goes on for an agonizingly long amount of time, I might step in and get my hands dirty. MrEliMac saw Elimination Chamber 2. Had a blast with the later part of the show. I'm sure we'll get into that. Let's start our first show of the evening. And we don't like to even look ahead. We just hit start, and we'll just see what happens. But you got a quick preview of our first match of the evening there. You never know who you're going to see, and you never know what's going to happen here at WAT Real Championship Wrestling. Yeah, I did watch the real Elimination Chamber on Saturday. Overall, I thought it was a pretty solid pay-per-view show. Do I have HBO's Bella Ramsey on your roster? Technically, no, I don't think I do. We'll get a better look at her in a second and see what we think there. I enjoyed the Elimination Chamber. I thought, first and foremost, the two actual chamber matches were really good, especially the men's. The women's was solid too, but I thought there was a lot of good creative action in the men's. All the stuff I hadn't seen before. Oh, here we go, and the pyrotechnics are going off. The wacky inflatable waving arm two men are primed, and the electricity, thankfully, the power bill's been paid. Here we go, Michael Cole's in attendance, and so are we. It's our very first show of the evening here at WAT Real Championship Wrestling in Gainesville, Georgia. We're going to see the kickoff of our very first tournament, and we're going to see all sorts of action from our beloved WAT Real superstars. Let's see what's up first. It appears we have a returning... Oh, man. See, I don't know how I feel about the my camera being on for this because I'm covering good old Joel there in the corner. But we got Rampage for Betty going on 1-on-1 against Ellie Williams of The Last of Us fame. Oh, shit. Okay, so in honor of the HB Hose, one of the new programs here on WAT Real Entertainment, which is primed to cover also the latest and greatest of HBO content. Naturally, they're doing week-to-week Last of Us reactions and reviews. A terrific show. I'm still catching up on it myself, but I thought in honor of that, we would add Ellie and Joel, whose face is halfway covered up by my own. I never did the face cam on these wrestling streams. Maybe it wasn't a good idea. I just felt like it'd been such a long time since I turned the camera on. This is interesting because Rampage for Betty is one of the co-hosts of the HB Hose alongside Matt Thomas, who's also competing in this league, as well as Quiz Show. Quiz Show, I haven't made him yet. I don't know if Quiz Show wants me to make him. And something you'll get used to is very long loading times. So get comfortable, go grab yourself a drink or a snack. You got time before this one starts. Like the face cam for the stream? Well, thank you. I use it intermittently. Sometimes it feels appropriate, sometimes it doesn't. As I get back to horror games in the near future here, we'll definitely use it very regularly. I wasn't sure whether it makes sense for wrestling, but if you like it, you don't see Michael Cole in the corner the whole time, right? I don't know. I guess it just depends on the mood. Depends on the mood, and tonight I was in the mood for it. Eli Mack, you asked if we had Bella Ramsey. I don't think so. These look more like traditional Joel and Ellie's to me. To me, these look like traditional game depictions. If they had the HBO versions of them, I probably would have gone that route just for the brand synergy, but they didn't, and that's okay. We're just going to have to roll with it. Rampage for Betty versus Ellie Williams. That was a really long load time. I hope it gets a little smoother after that. That seemed egregious even for our show. Here comes Rampage for Betty. One of the co-hosts of the HB Hose on WAT Real Entertainment, a former women's champion in this league. Last time we went live, she did lose that championship back to current champion, The Wreck, Becky Raddus. And you got to believe she's back with a vengeance, hoping to make her mark, hoping to prove that she's still a legitimate threat and contender in this league. Here we got Ramm in the chat. What's going on, buddy? Great to see you. Ramm, you got a lot of skin in the game this evening as well. as one of your nightmarish creations will be competing in the tournament that we're also excited to see this evening. Great to see you, my friend. Thank you for tuning in. I'm sorry I haven't seen some of your streams lately. I just keep ending up busy on Saturdays. But if you're interested in Dreams on the PlayStation, which you should be interested in Dreams, I myself am a big fan. I've streamed it a couple times on here. Ramm runs a terrific weekly show called The Emporium alongside Spine Blood. I'm sorry, just laughing at what's happening here. I should have given Ellie a custom entrance. It seems she's stuck with this default animation. Yeah, Savior. Yeah, it works. That's appropriate. Ramm and Spine Blood do a wonderful show over on Ramm's channel, highlighting great Dreams content. Can't recommend it enough. Also, so bummed that Liminal apparently was deemed ineligible for any of the impies. That's absolute hot shit garbage, because for all my money, it may in fact be the best game on the entire platform. Let's get it, Mr. Millions. Will this match make you cry like the show does? We'll see. I mean, this is pretty brutal to think we're going to have to watch a former women's champion throw down hand-to-hand with a child. Not only is this Ellie Williams, this does appear to be child Ellie Williams, not the more grown-up incarnation of the second game. So there's a lot of ethical questions being asked here, and we'll see who's prepared to answer them before the bell rings tonight. Ramm's role-playing is Howard from Uncut Gems because he put a lot of money on the Rabbit winning. I mean, look, Rabbit, I think, as of yet, is still undefeated. I'm pretty sure. Save the Royal Rumble, which we don't count Rumbles against competitors. Look at this. They're ready to go.
Do you guys have
A former champion and a new debuting rookie. These two young ladies opening up the show. And Paige is coming in hot. Ellie screams in pain. Joel's very upset on the outside. Yeah, hot shit garbage. I said what I said. Howie from Uncut Gems. That wouldn't be a bad addition to our roster. I might have to investigate that, I'm sure. Somebody. Paige just putting on a clinic. Good grief, that's a child. Yeah, I actually just caught up on Last of Us last night. I didn't get caught up all the way. My great friend, Miss Kayla Marie T, came over to hang out with Jess and I yesterday. Michael Cole pleading with Ellie to tap there. I'm trying not to play favorites, and I would ask Michael Cole to do the same. I watched up until the Sam and Henry episode last night, and so I still need to get all the way caught up. It is a wonderful and heartbreaking show. And it's funny because I did play both games, and so like I have a pretty good general idea of what they're gonna do. Like I'm not worried about plot spoilers so much. But it's back up and running now. Let me know if we are back. Looks like we are. Just want to make sure that's accurate for all of you. So sorry. We hate to see that happen, especially so early into the night. Forrest says we're back. Okay, I hope we're back for everybody. I paused the match as soon as I realized that we might be down. So I'm going to go ahead and unpause it now. I hope you see me. I hope you hear me. Let me get a quick audio check. You do hear me. Great. Let's get back to the action here. I hope I didn't lose any of you. That's super annoying. It's been a while since it's done that. And that means I will indeed have to edit the VODs together later, and it will take 8 hours to export. We'd love to see it. We'd love to see a massive uppercut from Ellie Williams here. I was singing the praises of her television show. You might have missed that because the stream appeared to have frozen. Wow, what a maneuver by Ellie Williams. Will it be enough to seal the deal? Wow! Monumental victory is right, and I would go as far as to say an upset here tonight. My goodness! That little girl has had to fight. Oh, cutscene. What's going on? You ready cutscene?
Much deserved, Michael. It's got to be humiliating and
this is the only cutscene that plays. I'm very annoyed. Something I'm starting to feel about this game is that, oh, okay, ideally this game... Also, what's going on, Sean Wingblade? I just saw you in the chat. Thanks for tuning in, my friend. Sean Wingblade on the list of people to get added to this game. It's going to be something we have to investigate. I hope I still got you back here, folks. Sorry, just seeing some weird stuff on my end. I hope I didn't lose. I feel like I lost some of you there. That's a goddamn shame. Page for Betty. Taking a big loss to Ellie Williams in an upset. Matt says we're back. That's good. Other cutscenes you just got to look for. That's the problem, is like they're just none of them have happened for me. That's one thing I got to say is a huge blunder on this game, is like storylines and rivalries just don't work in universe mode, which is fine. We kind of like make up our own lore on this show, but this is the only cutscene I've ever seen it activate. Also, the fans thought it was an average match. 2 stars. They weren't very impressed, but I got to say, you can't hope for a better debut than that. Coming into this league, going one-on-one with a former champion in your debut match, and you put her down in minutes? What's next? Huh. Oh, here we go, baby. I do hope Ramm's still with us, because we are kicking off our Twitch Championship tournament as of right now. Ladies and gentlemen, we have Ramm's Tulpa, the nightmarish antagonist of Liminal on Dreams, the aforementioned wonderful game that should be considered for every possible award it could win, going off against a former ally of yours truly in the Movie Trivia Schmodown, the once and forever team's champion, that is the King Khan, making his singles debut. We did see King Khan show up in the Real Rumble. He did not win that match, but excuse me, we don't hold that against him. A lot of people to defeat. This is, however, a huge opportunity for him. Go ahead and tweet this out. People have to know this is happening. This is it. This is the first match in our Twitch tournament. Ram's back. He had to lock the Lone Sharks up with the buzzer real quick. Understood, because this is the time for you to watch. Shine up your black opal, my friend. Because here comes your baby. Here comes your little sweet child crawling through the fog. Sam Raimi camera angles en route to the stage. And we got Big Moose Haas, first time chatter, cheering on King Khan. Love to see it. Thank you for tuning in, my friend. And don't worry, you've not missed your own match. There is some Big Moose Haas action to come tonight for the first time in WAT Real Championship Wrestling. But before we get there, we got to get through the first match in our tournament. Look at this. This is the only non-Schmodown adjacent competitor in the tournament. Kind of a dark horse in that respect. But to me, it didn't feel right to run the bottomless pit, a Twitch Championship tournament without representing my man Ramm in the tournament. And look at this. You gotta admit, King Khan has got his work cut out for him. The stakes are big, and this is where you got to get started. This is who you have to defeat. Good luck, King. But he is a king, and we'll speak on his accomplishments in just a bit. He's not a guy I would count against in just about any arena, but look at this. I mean, what a sight. EliMac scouting his potential opponents. That's true. Mr. EliMac, you may in fact find yourself going one-on-one with one, if you can even call this a gentleman. This is just sort of a force of nature on its way down to the ring at this moment. Ramm impressed with how well he came out. Well, I'm glad you like it. You know, it's an approximation. We can never quite get it down perfect. I mean, there's probably a world in which you almost could, but I don't know if I'm that gifted in the character creator. But I owed it to everybody to try. And so if you approve of it, I love to hear. I do love his entrance. I do also love his big doofy monster feet. I know that's not very realistic to the the original source, but they didn't have nightmarish blades for legs, unfortunately. I couldn't give him blade legs. I was hoping they would have peg legs that I could chrome out, but they didn't. So he got these big doofy monster feet. I love his entrance. Even though it's so long, I can't help but just sit here and watch it. And he's got little bones. He's got little bones on his belt. You know, it tells a story. And this is a guy who I don't think we've seen lose in singles yet. Again, didn't go his way in the Royal Rumble, or the Real Rumble, I should say. Trademark pending. But I think we've only seen success from the Rabbit in singles. We'll see if that remains true tonight. Forrest really freaked out by this. This is not a Sam Smith music video. This is the antagonist of a wonderful full-length horror game on Dreams, developed by Chat's own Ramstein 53452. And I've created this bizarre approximation of it. Oh, look at him. He's not even done flexing and posing. Not even when the King is on his way to the ring. But the King is indeed here. Look at this.
158 pounds. The King.
Bow down. Show your respect. Bend thy knee. It says across his regal loincloth there, as he waves to his loyal subjects. And this is King Khan. Now, anybody familiar with the movie Trivia Schmodown has to know about King Khan, one half of the prolific Team King Arthur, my former faction mate on the Finstock Exchange. And, you know, in a world where that show was allowed to continue, I think we would have seen many more accolades from this young man. But guess what? His days in competition are not over, because now he's been transferred to WAT World Championship Wrestling to compete for the very first time in singles competition. Let's see if he's as good at throwing hands as he is answering 5-pointers. This is King Booker's entrance. You are correct. How could I not? How could I not? He takes his time. He's in no rush, and I wouldn't be either if I knew that the Rabbit was waiting for me down there. I take my time as well. Now, don't worry, we won't watch everybody's entrance every time. But as we like to get started, I enjoy letting some of the entrances play out, especially for a new competitor like King Khan here. I like letting the entrances play out just to sort of set the tone. And Khan has been working out. Everybody is at least a little more beefed up in this game than they are in real life. Everybody's also at least a little bit taller than they are in real life, too. You know, these are adaptations. They're not perfect recreations. These are adaptations. Oh, there, pinkies up. Pinkies up for King Khan. Pinkies up. That is our king. Bend thy knee and show some respect for what could be one of the new greats here in WAT World Championship Wrestling. Mr. EliMac demands his entrance plays out in full, and we will let that happen. Don't you worry. New competitors always get their entrance played out. And here we go! Oh, the Rabbit is... Oh, no! I just don't even know what kind of strategy you implement against the Rabbit, who is just out guns blazing, and this is... Diving elbow drop. This is what we've known him to do. No mercy, no restraint, no way. Whew. My heart skipped a beat there. Could you imagine if King Khan ate the pin after 3 moves? I know he's better than that. I know he's better than that, but the Rabbit coming in, what a statement by the Rabbit. Can you imagine? Not only do you want to win the match, but you want to send a message to everybody else who's watching this in the back, knowing that they may in fact compete against the winner of this. Oh, and I don't know if Khan's even gotten a speck of offense in here, and I almost feel bad. I feel like I've let my friend down by making a debut against this guy, but somebody had to do it. You know, I handpicked who would be in this tournament. I wanted it to be a reflection of all the friends who've been supporting this channel in chat and on social media and stuff. I wanted to make this a tournament that everybody could see themselves inside of. And beyond that, I randomized what the matchups would be. I put them all in a randomizer and hit go, and it said, I want King Khan to wrestle the Rabbit. So, I'm sorry. But maybe I'm getting too ahead of myself, because the King did kick out there. King Khan wanted me to be on the edge of my seat. Perhaps. If nothing else, that man knows how to put on a show. But the Rabbit is taking him up top, and that... Oh, just... Oh, my God. To the outside, and I don't want to call it early, folks, but the Rabbit already has a finisher stored down there. That means at any moment he can hit his signature maneuver, and I don't like anybody's odds in that scenario. But I'm not going to count the King out. I'm a big fan of his story, his success, his kingdom. Now, the Rabbit may need to be reminded that he has to get King Khan back in the ring and pin him if he actually wants to be declared the victor here. Now, you may notice the crowd is stunned, paralyzed. Have you ever been so happy you've just been rendered absolutely paralyzed from your head to your toes? Happens a lot in this arena. You don't know what the Rabbit's finisher is. Let me think about that. Have we not seen him use it before? I'm trying to remember what it is. I think he might have Kane's moveset. I felt like it was a pretty obvious... Oh, what a clothesline. So, we might see a choke slam. We might see it right now. We might see it right now if King Khan can't get out of this one. Choke slam! And that's got to be it, folks. My goodness. Wow! What a kick out. Even the Rabbit couldn't believe it. Putting two bladed fingers up in shock. I thought that was it. I thought we were going to have to bring out the Royal EMTs and stretcher. But King Khan is rallying a comeback. Oh, but look at the Rabbit turn it back around so quickly and so easily. Oh, and he's just choking the lights out of him. This is tough. I don't like to see this. I got to tell you, I take no joy. Not another one. No shot. Another choke slam, and that's so sad because King Khan had a finisher of his own stored. That's got to be it, folks. And it is. Oh, it just breaks your heart to see it. It breaks your heart to see such terrible things done to a person you respect so much. But I told you the Rabbit's a dark horse contender in this tournament, and he's going to go forward to the next round. Ugh, now you almost got a glimpse under that mask, and you just never want to see what that is. Very good. Very good. Ramm needs to tell these loan sharks that he won the bet. They'll be ecstatic. Yeah, go ahead, let him out. Let him out of the behind the glass door there. I'm sure they'll be very happy to hear that. The Rabbit wins, and he's moving forward. And I believe that means the Rabbit will be facing either Moose Haas or Suge Knight 323, depending on who comes out of that match correctly. So I know Big Moose Haas. Big Moose Haas is watching in the chat. Just keep in mind, Moose, you get through Suge. This is who's waiting for you. The Rabbit. The King is dead. I don't think he's dead. I think we'll see him again one day. I've got to believe we'll see the King again one day. I'm so sorry that it went this way. I hate that for him. I hate that for King Khan. MrEliMac doesn't think the Rabbit is a dark horse. That's fair. Now we're gonna take a break from the tournament for a moment here. A little bit of a reprieve for our third match of the evening. Now this is just a bit of an exhibition battle, but let me tell you a little bit about what's going on here. These are two on-the-rise competitors. This is actually a pretty big deal for both these men because they've been on a bit of a run, each individually. So LeBron, I want to say, is maybe 1-1. I believe Hank Hill 1-0. Can Hank Hill keep the win streak going? We saw him. Who was that? He beat, I believe, Ted Lasso last time he went live in a very impressive debut victory. Now he's going on against the guy many people would call the GOAT, maybe in a different industry, but a GOAT nonetheless. It's not many times you get to be called a GOAT in any context, let alone on the court or in the ring. These two are going to go head-to-head for the first time here tonight. And, well, neither of them are in the Twitch tournament. Big implications here. A win for either of these men, to me, speak potential title opportunities. We've got two Elimination Chambers happening this evening, one for the men competitors, one for the women competitors. That men's Elimination Chamber, as far as I'm concerned, is not set in stone as for who's going to be in it. What we're going to do is when it's time for that match, we're going to take a look at the rankings. We're going to see where the top contenders are, and the top 5 will join Nacho Libre in that chamber match. Same for the women, but I bring it up in this context because a win here could easily place either of those men in that match. And we will skip LeBron and Hank's entrances, just because we've seen them before. And I feel like we've got the good energy going here. Hank Hill coming out to I'm a Real American, and God, if it was ever true for anybody, it's got to be Big Hank. LeBron in the Crenshaw jersey. Hank Hill in his white tee, maybe a Fruit of the Loom white tee tucked into a pair of Levi jeans he's probably had for 12 years. Just two classic All-American heroes here, duking it out. A lot of respect. The crowd's already purely paralyzed in joy and anticipation as LeBron just lifts Hank Hill over his head, and that's a big dad. That's a big dad. Going in for an early pin. I don't think he's going to get it quite that easy. Let's talk a little bit about the actual elimination chamber we saw on Saturday. Like I was mentioning earlier, I did really enjoy the actual chamber matches. The men's one, maybe was a little predictable. I mean, I guess both of them were a little predictable. I kind of figured Asuka had to be the one that would take on Bianca. That match just writes itself. Bianca's a hell of a champ, and you need a real strong contender to make that match. To put on a match that would suit Bianca, right, in her status right now. Wow, and the blood rush to Hank Hill's head. My God! Way to go, LeBron. Ohio could use a win this time of year, let me tell you. The women's was good. The men's, I thought, was really spectacular. A lot of good spots in it. The Montez Ford hanging up from the top like Spider-Man and falling down was awesome. A lot of the stuff Seth and Gargano did were fantastic. Really a great, entertaining match. Everybody shined in it. That's really all you can hope for in a chamber with 6 competitors. Everybody looked like $1 million in my opinion. Save for, I guess, Austin Theory, but it was kind of the point. I saw the Logan Paul thing coming from a mile away. We know Logan and Seth are going to be wrestling at WrestleMania, which will probably be a great match. I get a bad taste in my mouth whenever Logan appears, but let's be honest, it's probably going to be a fantastic match, those two. Even if I think Seth is deserving of a better spot, they'll probably steal the show. Of course, we got to talk about the main event. There was also, Brock and Bobby. That was a shit show. Guess they're going to do, one more at WrestleMania. That was a terrible finish. That was a very Vince McMahon-esque finish for the Brock and Bobby match with that low blow garbage. LeBron going for the pin. Didn't get it. My God, Bobby, help! Help! LeBron James is whooping my ass. Have you noticed that the last 2 challengers for the Raw's women? Wait a minute. Hold on. Hold the phone. Massive win! That's a massive win for LeBron. I know there are not many accolades left in this life for LeBron to pull off, but that was a huge victory for all my money over Hank Hill, who's been nothing but impressive so far. But what a win. That's a big deal for LeBron right there. And like I was saying earlier, maybe we haven't seen the last of LeBron after that. Maybe we see him in that chamber tonight. We'll see what the sacred title rankings look like when it's time to book that match. Hit him with the propane tank under the ring. Oh! All right, great match, LeBron. Thanks, Ramm. I'm glad you like the impression. I don't have many talents in this life, so you just gotta really go for broke on the ones you find. Mid-match, you know what? You are right, Matt. I mean, they went with average, but I guess technically you'd have to give it one more half star to hit mid if we want to be clinical about this. I think we have what's up next? I'm not sure. Not a great match, but a great victory for LeBron. Oh, wow. Now, we were talking about implications, folks. These are 2 men who I fully expect to see in the Elimination Chamber, regardless of what happens here. But we talk about momentum, and we talk about making statements. John Cena versus Barack Obama. Now, these are 2 of the top competitors in this league, period. John Cena, a former champion. Barack Obama, I don't think quite undefeated, but we've definitely seen him pick up a lot of wins in his long, illustrious career here in WAT World Championship Wrestling. I expect to see both of these men in the Elimination Chamber. But what kind of momentum can they kick up and get on their sides when it's time to enter that? Imagine you go into that chamber and you're John Cena or you're Barack Obama and you're looking at one of these guys and you already know, I beat that guy 2 shows ago. It's not going to be a problem for me. Those are the head games we're talking about.
In my estimation, the
Matt says that's my president. I got to assume he means Barack Obama, because if he doesn't, then he means John Cena. I mean, that man is a former Marine, so he is indeed a patriot. Not saying I wouldn't vote for him. MrEliMac says, better see Matt Thomas in the Elimination Chamber. Well, if we're going off the rankings, I wouldn't expect it. Matt has not been able to get up those illustrious rankings in quite some time. There's a Cena chant going on in the audience. Another lot of Democrats in Georgia tonight, I'm guessing. I think it starts at Georgia. I don't know. Wow, early pin by John Cena, who you can't fault for trying that. We've seen it really work for him before. It's how he won the WAT World Championship many moons ago, but he doesn't have it anymore. Lost it to Nacho Libre at the Real Rumble, and he will try to reclaim it tonight. He will get his rematch, but you gotta almost feel for Big Match John, because not only does he have to beat Nacho, he has to outlast 4 other competitors in addition to that to get that big gold belt back. Drone strikes have thermal tracking, so Obama is a worthy opponent. I was thinking about giving Obama a top rope finishing move that we would as a community call the drone strike. I don't know if that's appropriate. I don't know if you guys like that. But it can be a big mark out moment when he hits the drone strike. Those are just the kind of thoughts I have in my day-to-day unemployed life. I'm thinking about Barack Obama in this video game having a finishing move called the drone strike. For the love of God, hire me, someone. Hire me, work with me. These are 2 top competitors, and we're just giving this a match away for free on TV? That's within the meta lore of this. Obviously, we're watching this all on Twitch together, but in the meta context of this would be like a Monday Night Raw, and we're just giving this match away for free. And in the other league, this is a pay-per-view main event. Yeah, the rare finishing move that he does, right? It's, you know, like when it gets real tense and all else fails, you see Obama go up to that top turnbuckle, and you know you're about to see something absolutely insane. I see the stream buffering for me again. I'm going to refresh. I apologize if you still see me. After it already went down earlier tonight, I want to make sure that we're all good here. Holler at me in the chat if we are in fact all good. It's been a terrible night for the stream so far. I don't know what's going on there. Hold on. Please reload. I'm actually having a hard time pulling up. It was not buffering for you? Okay, and I see it playing for me now too. Okay, sorry. I'm going to unpause it then. Actually, I'll ask stream. It's all good? Okay. Sorry. Buffering is not necessarily anything new. But, John kicks out. I just get very paranoid when I see it buffering on my end, and especially because it already went down before. And so I prefer to just figure it out right away than take my chances. So thank you for sounding off in the chat and letting me know the stream is in fact not down. There he is, H-Empowered Man in the chat. First time chatter, great to see ya. Welcome in, sir. What you're seeing is Barack Obama locking John Cena in the sharpshooter. They got rid of the Pogger Champion emote. I think they did. I think something came up with that Pogger dude. I don't know my Twitch. Oh, maybe that's it. A drone strike elbow drop right there. Could it be it? Did we just manifest that? No. Wow, I thought we just manifested that. But not quite. But you see, POTUS sizing up. Oh, rock bottom right there. That's got to be it for all my money. What do we think? Wow, we got a lot of quick wins tonight. Barack Obama with the quick, easy win like it was no big deal over John Cena.
Here is your winner. They just won a very
unbelievable.
Cena lost.
Corey loves it that Cena lost. And I gotta say, and I've said it many times, John Cena's run in this has been really, unimpressive. Really unimpressive. I just don't know how much longer the champ's going to be in the game, so to speak, and literally speaking. All right. Next up, I think we have a tournament match. Let's see. Yes! Our next tournament match, make sure we tweet this out. Here we go. I hope Big Moose Haas is in the chat with us still because he's about to make his big debut. And he's not doing it by himself. It looks like he's got a manager in his corner there. Who's that coming in to support Big Moose Haas? And, of course, across from him, WAT alumni, a WAT legend, Suge Knight 323, who when I talked about this with Suge, his prompt was make me look like Conan, the wrestler. So I really tried to follow that artistic direction. I hope I didn't let him down. I hope Suge's still with us as well. This is going to be a big one. Moose says I nailed him. Wait till you get the full body shot of yourself, sir. Wait till you see. There's a little surprise down below for you that I think you'll appreciate. Let's see these guys come out. Let's see these entrances of these debut competitors. Suge did compete in the... No, he didn't compete in the Real Rumble. These are both their debuts. Here comes... Oh, I think it's going to be their team's entrance, actually, because it's you and Lomas. Here they come. You can't hear it, but it's the Real American Hulk Hogan music. In honor of the best YouTube trivia show on the internet today, Benny and Moose Save America Bar Trivia. Here comes Big Moose Haas. Yeah, wearing the kilt, brother. But Big Moose brought back up. From parts unknown, from beyond the grave, from the shadow realm, Brother Lomas returns. Benny and Moose.
Is scheduled for one fall, making his way to the ring.
Look at these guys.
Accompanied by Ben E. Representing American Alpha from Los Angeles, California. Weighing in at 285 pounds. Mark Haas.
There he is. Big Moose makes his debut. A fan favorite, I believe. Don't worry, I did think to put some undies under the kilt there. I kind of wanted you to see your solo entrance, but I forgot because I put Lomas with you. It's giving you your team's entrance. Because you guys... Look at these guys. Because you are also an established tag team in my game, so we might see you guys in some 2-on-2 action at some point as well. But what a way to come into this league with big brother Lomas in your corner. I can speak from experience. That's a great advocate to have, backing you up on your way to competition. Speaking of competition, oh shit!
And his opponent from Los Angeles, California,
Shuggy Mane,
291 pounds, Sugarfoot Knight.
Sugarfoot Knight. Here comes Suge Knight 323. A great man and a great friend, a great streamer, a great podcaster, who had told me to put him in this game many weeks ago when I joined him for his podcast, Late Night with Suge Knight, and we finally got him in. I hope we did him justice. There he is. I'm excited about this one. Two great friends who I've met through this strange corner of the internet, which means, logically, they now have to do fisticuffs with one another. Suge Knight 323, Big Moose Haas. This is the second match in our Twitch Championship Tournament. Whoever wins this will be going on to face the Rabbit at the Elimination Chamber pay-per-view. Here we go. Two very different men of very different heights. Moose, they don't call him Big Moose for nothing. He's quite tall, and that's reflected here. Suge Knight, you know what? He made, oh, wow, what a move, Suge! Also by his own request, he was like, make me short. And so I made him, you know, short but aggressive, and what a move. The chat is fired up. They think it's going to be a good match. Wow! Suge is strong. He may be He may be stocky, but he is very strong. But Moose is going to bring it right back to him. I think Big Moose has potential to be a big fan favorite in this league. Wrestling with the kilt on. He's also got those antlers on his boots that I thought were a nice little tie-in to the Moose name. MrEliMac believes either one of these men could beat the Rabbit. Well, we'll see. We'll see how this one plays out. We've not met a man that could stand toe-to-toe with the Rabbit and live to tell the tale, but oh, look at the disrespect from Suge Knight. He isn't just here to win, he is here to make a statement. Ramm says Big Moose looks like he might be the only one to have a shot at taking on the Rabbit. If we're just talking height, if we're just talking stats, I think you're right. He may be the only one who could, not just stand toe-to-toe, but look at the Rabbit in his nightmarish... oh my God, Moose, have some mercy. Jesus. Just laying it on him like Suge owes him money or something. That's tough to see. Brother Lomas is just very calm, very stoic in the corner. But he loves to see his friend successfully competing here today. And like I mentioned earlier, I know what it's like to have the good brother in your corner, to whisper strategy in your ear when you need it most. It can really be the deal breaker and the difference maker. And I envy Moose in having that here tonight. Now, we will see Brother Loomis get in the ring himself. He is also active in this tournament, and you will see more of him later tonight. They can't stand nose to nose, it's true. Here we go, big pin for the Big Moose. Not even a one count. Not even a one count. And you may have seen it. These two were talking big games on Twitter when it was our tournament bracket was announced, and they realized they would be debuting against one another. There was a little trash talk going on, a little bravado, and we love to see that. So the stakes, to me, already a little personal. You can only win your debut match once. Wow, what a move. STO by Big Moose Haas. And the chat is noticing a lot of upper body strength from Mr. Suge Knight 323, throwing Big Moose Haas around like it's not a problem. The numbers game. Whoa! What a move. And who's going to get that finisher first? It's anybody's game at this point. Moose going for the pin. Oh, a 2 count. It was close. Moose can barely believe it, but Suge does kick out to continue fighting. Now, Suge a little worse for wear. You can look down at that little graphic below, and you can see it's a lot of damage on his soul. Ooh, and I wouldn't do that, Suge. I wouldn't do that, Suge. I wouldn't showboat. I know it comes naturally to you. He's a big trash talker, but Moose ain't going to stay down long. You got to stay on somebody like Moose Haas, or you're going to pay the price, and that is the bill right there, getting slammed down as Moose goes up top. Now, here's not a place I expect to see the big man often. Wow, what a leg drop! Moose got the finisher. Suge's going to have to rally his way out of this one. Again, just raining fists down on my good friend Suge Knight. Hard to watch. But Moose here, he's got to bring the dub back to the Schmodown alumni. Suge kicks out. He said, you're going to put me down. You're going to have to try a little harder than that. Let's see if he can do it. Moose puts up Suge. He squirrels his way out of it. I think that was going to be a finishing move. Whoa, belly to belly. The finisher is now in Suge's corner here, but he's still showboating. And that's going to be his undoing, I think, here tonight. Suge turned it around, and I thought he had it there. But look, success is short-lived if you can't capitalize where it counts. I don't even know what you call a move like that. And now Moose bringing it back on his own. A little bravado, but not too much. He's back on Suge before he could rally. Goes for the pin. Is it enough? No, not enough. Not enough. Like we said earlier, you might be able to put Suge down, but you're going to have to do it definitively. Oh, and look at that. A sit-out powerbomb. The raw strength between these two is just remarkable, commendable, and inspiring. Wow, Suge knows how to really jump around there. I knew he was strong, but agile, too. MrEliMac on the edge of his seat. And who could blame him? This is the match of the night thus far. Wow, what a power bomb. Where's this going? What's he locking in here? 3, 2, 3. Can he get it? Ooh! Does he have it? He's got it. Oh, my goodness. This is hell of a move. Will Moose tap? Is Moose going to submit? I'm speechless. This is a great match. No, he gets out. Suge lets him out. He understands it's not going to be that simple. And you see the concern in Lomas's eyes as Suge lifts him up for another suplex. But who's going to hit the final move? Suge's got one stored. He's sending him to the corner. I think I know what he's going for here. Is he going to get it? Oh, no. Could it be, folks? Oh, brother Lomas, say a little prayer because Suge Knight 323 is going up for the bonsai drop. Oh, my heart. Moose kicked out of the bonsai drop. Now, I have it on good authority. That was a finishing move that Suge Knight requested specifically from me. Moose going for the cover. No shot. No. Indeed, no shot. What a match. These are two guys who want it as much as anybody ever had. Davis escape plan in the chat. First time chatter. What's going on, my friend? Counting the two. Series of chops by Suge Knight. Wow. And if you're the Rabbit, you got to be watching this match in the back. I think. I don't know what the Rabbit does in his free time. Suge going for the pin. Oh. What a contest. You know, I don't know if intimidation is in the Rabbit's potential skill set. I don't know how you know, trait set. I don't know that the Rabbit can be intimidated, but if he could, he's got to be looking at this right now. These are two men who don't just want to win this match. They want to win this match and the next one and the next one. They want to go 3-0 straight to the end and become the new Twitch champion because that's a hell of a way to etch your name in the halls of gold. Another bonsai drop. No way. Oh, no. That's got to be it. Wow. Michael said it. That is a major win for Suge Knight 323. Who I don't even think's in chat right now. Moosehas is. No, he is in chat. Suge Knight showed up from the shadows. Are we going to watch this cutscene again? Are you kidding me? You're going to make me watch this cutscene again? I'm not going to let that sour my mood. This is the only cutscene that knows how to play, is being sad that you lost. Where's the drama? Where's the intrigue? Where's the rivalries? Big win by Suge Knight 323, who emerged in the chat from the shadows. He was watching silently the whole time. And thank God that he was, because he just channeled his energy and his fire into the game and won his debut match over Big Moose Haas, who is saying the game was rigged all along. Suge Knight will go on to face the Rabbit at Elimination Chamber to seal his place in the finals of this Twitch Championship tournament. What a win! Amazing. And you know what? Great sportsmanship happening in the chat, I assure you. Suge and Haas congratulating each other on a match well fought, as they should. That was inspiring. That was terrific. What a match. What a way to really go out there and prove you want it. Now, I believe that was the main event of this program. So you have to work with me here a little bit. We're going to have to set up this one from scratch because we got to get our... Yeah, we got to get our tournament matches in here. Let's see what the AI booked for us. Great fucking match, Matt said. And he's right. That's what I wanted to see in this tournament. Now, let's see. We've got to kick out 2 of these matches to put in our tournament matches. Let's see what we got here. John Cena versus Black Adam. Ted Lasso versus Johnny Silverhand. Rampage Robetti versus Alcina Dimitrescu. Nacho Libre versus Girl of Rivia. And our main event appears to be Winston A. Marshall and the Master Matt Thomas in a teams match against the champions, Kids at Heart. So we got to get rid of 2 of these. What do we not want to see? Maybe we don't want to see Ted Lasso and Johnny Silverhand. That's feeling like a pretty weak one to me. Nacho, you know, we want to see Nacho in action. Matt says keep this? Keep Johnny and Ted Lasso? Or maybe you meant the main. I'm keeping this. I want to see this play out. Because can you imagine if Matt and Winston got a win over the champs? Nacho, Gural, I'm thinking, Yeah, keep the main event. I'm thinking we're going to get rid of Ted Lasso and Johnny Silverhand. No disrespect to either of them. But we got a tournament to run here. Let's see. And we're saying ditch maybe Cena and Black Adam. Or let Nacho rest up for the Elimination Chamber. That makes sense too. Let's see. I got to refresh my memory. What matches do we need? Okay, yeah, that's right. So first up we have... And you might see some spoilers in this roster list. There are so many superstars that haven't debuted in this league yet, sitting on the roster list. We got Slick Nick. Spoiler alert, we got Slick Nick Harley. And we've got... You saw him before. We're going to see him enter the ring. Brother Lomas. And, you know, it's only fair if we get his manager in there too. Big Moose Haas. By the way, I want to say, don't pay much mind to these stat numbers, because I can see a scenario where you're watching this and you're like, if you're Nick Harley, you're like, why am I 85 and Brother Loomis is 90? These numbers are so inconsistent across the game. If I pull these guys up in exhibition, these numbers are different. If I pull these guys up in Creator Wrestler, these numbers are different. These numbers apparently don't mean anything, and they can change on the fly. Brother Lomas is in there. I just don't want anybody to think I'm unfairly ranking you guys against each other. I wouldn't do that. Okay, so Slick Nick versus Brother Lomas. That's a tournament match tonight. Ditch Page 2, I love her, but that is a murder waiting to happen. Well, you know, I feel like we want to see some women's action here on the card tonight. What do you think? I think I liked Eli's, although I don't know. I expect to see Geralt in the Elimination Chamber 2. Could be a good preview. We already saw Cena. I think I'm gonna get rid of this with Peace and Love. Peace and Love. We already saw Cena, and I'm sick of seeing Cena. So we're gonna open up with Mr. EliMac. Mr. EliMac here, and what a matchup here. Also making his single debut, PLD. And that'll be our opening bout of the night right here. Getting right back into the tournament. Lomas is around 98 years old, so it's closer than you think. That's true. You know, I gotta say, I had the hardest time tracking how old Lomas was when the Schmodown started. Like, before I knew him, it was like, I thought he was younger than me at first, actually. I was wrong. He's just, he's just got one of those just boyish faces. You gotta love it. Okay, here's our card for the night. Let's get started here. Matt is fucking tired of Cena. I don't disagree. Let's start our show. We're gonna get right back into the tournament with Mr. EliMac and PLD. Go ahead and tweet that out. Here it is. Tweet out that. Mr. EliMac, who's been a great supporter of WAT World Championship Wrestling. Don't mind the big vacant loading screen here. It's par for the course. Great supporter of the program here, who had requested being added to the game. And I said, for sure, I'm going to get you on the list. I'm going to get you in the game. But then he did something that I could never have asked, could never have expected. He went into this game himself, made his own Creator Wrestler, and uploaded it to the community space. So all I had to do was download him through the metaverse, through the Matrix. And now he's a member of our roster here. So if you ever want to fast track your inclusion with WAT World Championship Wrestling, and you happen to have a copy of this game, please do not hesitate to make yourself and send it to me. That was just a pro move. A true artist. Save me some time, and here we are from Birmingham, Alabama, down in Bama, to see what happens next in the Twitch Championship Tournament. We also have some great exhibition matches, all ahead of our pay-per-view tonight. We're starting off with Mr. EliMac versus PLD. PLD, we did see make a brief appearance in the Real Rumble match. I can't recall if he had any eliminations. Of course, he didn't win. That victory would have to go uniquely to Walter White, who will be getting his WAT Championship opportunity at ReelyMania, which I think will happen on the next stream. I think. I haven't completely decided yet. We'll see. Tentative to change, but Walter White is getting a big main event opportunity. MrEliMac, this is his debut match in any division, in any context, coming out for the very first time to take on PLD, a man who is, upset a lot of people in this space with his very difficult questions. Will we cathartically get revenge on PLD tonight by seeing him eat a loss, or will his reign of terror continue through the internet movie space if he picks up a win in his first singles match? First, we have MrEliMac coming out saying he hopes I like his entrance theme, and I do. He got that Sami Zayn flair. I think he's got the whole Sami Zayn entrance. That Worlds Apart ska song, you had to take my word for it because this game automatically mutes all the music and drives me nuts. Apparently doesn't do that in NBA, because Matt stringed NBA on here the other day, and it played all that copyright music like it was no big deal. Got that VOD mute, so I guess it's relative. It doesn't really help me out if it would play the music, but here comes EliMac with a wrestler hat on, a great attire, and this is a great way to appeal to me because I am definitely in the Sami Zayn club right now. This might be a good opportunity. I don't want to talk about something irrelevant over this wonderful match, but this might be a good time to talk about that Sami Zayn Roman Reigns match, because I've said it plenty of times. I forgot PLD had the Rock's entrance. Here comes PLD. We've never actually seen this entrance before. He came out for the Real Rumble, but we've never really gotten a good look at this guy. Let's see. There he is. PLD, what a legend. I kind of went for like a Bubba Ray Dudley thing on him. It can be tough to interpret what your friends should look like as wrestlers sometimes, but I thought about it and I was like, he's kind of got Bubba Ray Dudley energy, so I just embraced that. Yes, there he goes. What a guy. So let's talk about that Sami Zayn Roman Reigns match a little bit. First of all, I loved the match. I've loved the last number of Roman Reigns main events. I think the guy has a great sense of ring psychology. He's really gifted in telling a story through the drama of the match. And that is a gift that is pretty unique to him. And this bloodline thing, I think, has been, the most compelling part of WWE television for the last couple of months, like a no contest. Brother Lomas in the chat! No, you have not won the title yet, brother, but you will be competing pretty soon here. First up, we've got MrEliMac and PLD going one-on-one. And then, in a few moments, you will be taking on Slick Nick Harley in your debut match. So don't worry, don't touch that dial. Stay put. As PLD just launches MrEliMac over his head. He's going up top. Shades of Bubba Ray Dudley indeed. What a splash! No way. No way. Oh. MrEliMac said he'll stay silent for his match to maintain the illusion of him being in the ring. He's out there doing his best. But man, it's tough to come out here and just be on the receiving end of your opponent's momentum like that so heavily right out the gate. We've seen it happen. We've seen it happen to some of the greatest competitors in this ring. But PLD is just putting on a slaughterhouse against MrEliMac, who in my opinion has the potential to be a huge new fan favorite here in the league. But at the end of the day, what counts more than a win versus a loss? And PLD is looking to put an L in the record books next to MrEliMac. Again, you can only win your first match once. And one of these men here tonight will accomplish that. And in doing so, they will go on to the Elimination pay-per-view, where they will face either Slick Nick Harley or Brother Lomas. Big Moose is calling for Brother Lomas to avenge him in the chat. Moose did, unfortunately, find himself on the receiving end of a brutal bonsai drop from the hands or the booty of Suge Knight 323. Mr. EliMac, oh, I thought he was mounting a comeback, but not quite. PLD really just laying the smack down. Going for a pin in the middle of the ring. No way. No. We haven't seen Mr. EliMac compete in this ring before, but I knew that wasn't going to be enough. Look at this. I didn't know PLD had it in him. You know, Stunner! Is that it? Oh. That breaks your heart. That's upsetting. You hate to see somebody who who's been such a great supporter. Is it playing the same cutscene again? No, this is something else. What's this? But it's all love in the ring at the end of the day. If there's one thing Mr. EliMac's going to do, is he's going to keep it classy on the way out. A one-on-one normal match, rivalry very high. This is what I'm complaining about. It just, what do you mean? There's a very high rivalry? Doesn't look like it to me. But wow, that was a quick, brutal beatdown from the hands of PLD to Mr. EliMac. And I hate to see that because, like I said, Mr. Eli, been a great supporter of the show. He rolled up his sleeves and made his own wrestler, sent it on over to me. That's a guy I'm rooting for. And, even if he couldn't pick up the win here tonight, I do wish he could have had more time to put on a better, hard-fought display because I know he's capable of it. And we haven't seen the last of him. I'm going to see to that. We haven't seen the last of Mr. EliMac on this show, on this stream, but we have seen the last of him in the Twitch Championship Tournament. I'm sorry to say. Very sad to say it. But congratulations to PLD, whose reign of terror does indeed continue. A great showing. And a great display of sportsmanship. Here we go. Here we go. Damn. Yeah, someone's got to lose, but you don't want to see him lose like that. That was tough. Here we go. The next entry in our tournament here. And I'm glad Brother Lomas has joined us because now he's on the screen going one-on-one. It's the Battle of Schmohio. Slick Nick Harley going one-on-one with Brother Lomas. So these are two people I'm very fond of. Slick Nick I go way, 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 way back with. A lot of history there, he and I. It's an honor to render him digitally like this. Brother Lomas, again, I don't even know how much needs to be said there. The Reckoning, the greatest, what was it, 0-2 team of all time? Legendary. Oh, hell yeah, we got Mick Marley in the chat. Perfect. We've got both competitors ready in the chat to see this go down for the first time, making their singles debuts. We're going to let Slick Nick's entrance play out here for the very first time. And I always check with people on what finishing moves they want to use. But Slick Nick also had a very specific entrance he wanted me to use. So we're going to see that right here, right now. Might look a little familiar. Shades of the Rabbit. But not quite. A little different.
Making his way to the
here
ring.
Comes
from Cleveland, Ohio.
Cleveland! Spoiler alert.
224 pounds.
Nick Harvey. Got that Finn Balor music playing in the background. You're going to have to take my word for it because I'm the only one who can hear it. But here comes, call him Slick, call him a spoiler. I'll call him perhaps your next and your first Twitch champion as he makes his way down to the ring for the very first time. And he looks like $1 million. He looks like a superstar. There's no denying that. Mr. EliMac waiting to hear about the Nasty World and Benny. Oh, Nasty World and Benny and Moose turn into a full-on faction? Could be, or could be a tag team rivalry. Could be a tag team rivalry. Who knows? We haven't heard from Nasty World since they suffered defeat at the hands of the reigning defending tag team champions in that TLC match many moons ago. Matt says this might be my best digital creation outside of the Rager. Really? You think so? You think this resembles our buddy Nick? I was actually thinking about it. I don't really think the Rager in this looks anything like me. I was probably a little too generous towards myself when I made that guy, but the slickest player in the game. This is the Battle of Ohio right here. This is the battle for my heart. We've got Brother Lomas, who, you know, we really tore it up in the team's division. You know, not in victory, but just with our glowing personalities. And then you have Nick Harley here, who's a guy I have a lot of history with, and this guy I thought, I was saying it earlier, in a world where the Schmodown was still going, Nick and I always thought we'd have like a sort of a Rick and Nick connection one day. The greatest team that never lived. Now, we saw this entrance before, but I'm going to let it play out again for the benefit of Brother Lomas. Kind of a shame, again, I didn't think about this, that it's playing the team entrance, because Brother Lomas' solo entrance also is spectacular and is rendered in black and white in tribute of old school Lomas promos. But nonetheless, here's Benny and Moose. I said it before, co-host of the greatest online movie trivia show in the game. Benny and Moose Save America's Bar Trivia. In which I've competed before, where I'll compete again, and where I'm sure other folks in our chat will have and will do the same. Look at this pose coming up here. It is correct. Nick's body does look exactly how I've rendered it here. Look at this pose, though. I had to see this again. Incredible. Brother Lomas looks to make his singles in-ring debut this evening. Against Slick Nick. It's the Battle of Schmohio. The stakes have never been higher. Who wants it more? Who wants to go 1-0 tonight? Who wants to be in the next match in the tournament tonight? Who wants to possibly be the first ever Twitch champion here on WAT Championship Wrestling? Only one way to know. Nick going for the early pin. Matt thinks Lomas looks like Paul Heyman. I disagree. I'm not sure if Matt knows what Paul Heyman looks like. I've never seen Paul Heyman wear this attire before, and I didn't give Brother Lomas a tiny little ponytail. Though maybe I will. It's not too late. Maybe I'll take what you're giving me and I will run with it.
That is just insulting.
Look at these two go. I was talking a little bit about the main event earlier. Roman Reigns and Sami Zayn. I thought it was a great match. I've said it many times that I think Sami should be in the main event of WrestleMania. I love Cody, but I think it's Sami's time. And I think the creative... Wow, what a move! He's going in for the early pin on Slick Nick. No, not quite. This could be a good one, folks. Nick's excited to see what his moveset's like. Nick did put in a request for his finishers. I always honor finisher requests. I would never disrespect my fellow competitors and give them finishers they weren't jazzed up about. What was I saying? Yeah, I think it's Sami's time in the main event. I love Cody. He's definitely owed that moment in that championship, but wow! A massive splash from Slick Nick, and Lomas gets his knees up. Back to work. Lomas is not getting distracted. Wait a minute. Lomas with a crucifixion piece. That might be it, folks.
Get that instant replay ready.
Ref's counting. Oh, Slick Nick kicks out at the 2.99999 count. Unbelievable. Holy judgment indeed. But that soul's not been exorcised quite yet. And Brother Lomas is going old school, Daddy-O. Wow. What a move. Lomas, stay on him. Lomas has got another finisher stored up already? Where have I been? I've been too busy talking about Roman Reigns. And Lomas is... RKO! RKO! Out of nowhere! Oh, Lomas gets the rope, though. Lomas gets the rope. What a match, ladies and gentlemen. These are two Born and true Ohioans who want it. They want it. They want to stay out of the way of those toxic vinyl chloride clouds hanging overhead, and they just want to win their first match here tonight in Birmingham. Low ring awareness. It's true. Nick should have just taken a moment to drag Lomas to the center of the ring. He went in for that immediate pin, and if it was elsewhere, I would say great idea, but he was under the ropes. Poor ring awareness. I think Nick just got a little too excited. Lomas going up top! Wow! That boy can move. Go for that top rope leg drop. I would never have expected that. But Nick dodges and keeps the offense on as he's put Brother Lomas in the corner. I also thought Elimination Chamber was a great show. The thing I keep working my way up to saying and then getting distracted by this tremendous in-ring action is that the Triple H creative has been stellar to me so far. Maybe not perfect, but it never will be. Hold on, Nick's going up top. Big splash! Big splash, and that one connects, and Lomas is feeling the effects of that. Oh, Slate Nick's going in for the dirty pin! Oh! No! Nick got the dirty pin! I don't know if we've seen anybody pull that off before. Brother Lomas says he was robbed, and it's really true. You're goddamn right you were robbed. What a heel! Slickest player in the game. Moose is pointing at him. He's upset. Lomas is upset. We're all really upset at what we'd seen here today. Matt concurs. Definitely slick, and I mean, you can't deny it. You can't deny it. The double finger point. That's a slick man right there, and love it or hate it, he's going on to the next round in the Twitch Championship Tournament. I think most people hate it. And we might be seeing a rivalry. We might be on the precipice of a rivalry here. Very high. Odds are very high, evidently. I think it said that quite a few times today. I don't think it's going to prove to be true in every instance. Wow, Slick Nick gets his feet on the rope. A dirty pin on Brother Lomas, and he's moving ahead. He's moving ahead to face PLD. That's a battle of the FCL right there. Holy hell. So wait, we've established what's happening next. Let me think about this. So the Rabbit is taking on Suge, and Slick Nick is taking on PLD at the Elimination Chamber. And the winners of those two matches will be going to ReelyMania to compete for the Twitch Championship. Holy hell. Well, here we go. We've got Rampage for Betty, who already succumbed this evening to loss from a character of a popular horror video game series that was in the form of Ellie Williams. She's gonna try to get that back on her side by taking on Resident Evil's Alcina Dimitrescu, Big Mama herself. Wow, yeah, the battle of the FCL there. Slick Nick versus PLD at the Elimination Chamber. That's going to be a hell of a thing to see, and we're going to see it tonight. We're going to see it tonight, folks, as well as Suge Knight 323 versus the Rabbit. What a tournament so far. I really had no idea where this was going to go, and I could never have predicted how it's ended up thus far. What a match. What a tournament so far. Anyway, what I keep saying, I keep trying to say, very hard to keep your train of thought in these wrestling streams, is that the Triple H creative has been very good thus far. But when Sammy lost and they were cutting out to the people in the audience, I couldn't help and think to myself, they might have got that one wrong. You know, in my opinion, I'm going to skip Paige's entrance. No disrespect, Paige. We just seen it already this evening. I'm going to try to. What's happening?
The following contest is scheduled for one fall.
Why won't it let me skip? My controller is not responding. Hold on.
You are looking at some high
Hold on. What's happening?
competitors in this match, looking to steal the show and capture the attention of the entire
Is anything responding?
WWE universe.
What's happening?
Whoa, whoa, whoa.
Oh, it's a cutscene!
I think it is. I can't tell with that glare off your head.
It's Becky the Wreck!
This is completely uncalled for. But
What is happening?
Oh, that backfired on her.
I thought all my shit was breaking. It wasn't. We were playing a cutscene. Becky Raddus is out here beating on Paige. This is supposed to be Dimitrescu. What's going on here? What score does Becky have to settle? She's already gotten her title back from Rampage for Betty. What's happening here? What kind of dirty business is this?
Reverse DDT.
Where's Dimitrescu? Are we even going to have a match here tonight, or are we just going to have a brawl? Can we get security out here?
Time to go for a ride.
We're just going to sit here and watch this? Paige, though, you got to say, mounting a comeback. Hit from behind, but she's not staying down. She's bringing it back to Becky the Wreck, and Becky the Wreck may have wanted to stay in catering when she had the chance. Heel night. I keep seeing the stream buffer on my side. Okay. Let me know. If the stream ever freezes for you guys, just let me know immediately, because it's very worrying on my side. This is, I don't know if this is a match. This is unsanctioned, and Paige wins, whatever it was. Whatever it was, Paige won. Are we going to see a match? I don't think so. It's heel night. I mean, I don't know what right Becky the Wreck had coming out here and putting hands on Paige for Becky. I mean, Becky's the champ. As far as I'm concerned, that was water under the bridge. But maybe Becky the Wreck understands Paige is going to be gunning for that title in the Women's Elimination Chamber that we see tonight. Here's a big match. You want to talk about big fight feel? You want to talk about implications? Nacho Libre versus Geralt. These are two undefeated competitors. Now, I believe... Let me double check this. Because, yes, I did, in fact, start keeping a running tally on everybody's stats in this thus far. Let's see. Nacho Libre right now is... he's 7-0. Nacho Libre, your reigning defending WAT champion of the world, is 7-0 undefeated. Now, Geralt is only 1-0. Not quite as impressive as Nacho here, but still technically undefeated. And Geralt, as far as I understand and expect, will be joining Nacho in the Elimination Chamber tonight. So if you want to make a statement, I can think of no bigger one to make than to defeat the 7-0 world champion in singles competition ahead of your own title opportunity tonight. Oh my gosh, this is going to be a good one. Look what we got going on in the chat. You think WWE booked themselves into a corner? I don't disagree. Look at the champ. Amazing. I don't disagree. My opinion on the whole situation is this would have played out a lot differently had Cody not been injured. In the absence of having Cody on TV, they probably either drew out the Sammy storyline or put more emphasis on it. But organically, that became the most entertaining part of their program, basically, was the story of the bloodline and Sammy's involvement. In my opinion, Sammy is in that position that you can't artificially create. You can't really book it. You can't write things to end up the way they are. Sammy, of his own volition and talent, is the most over guy in the company. The last time I think that happened was Kofi. Before that, Daniel Bryan. And creative and the product had to eventually just submit to the will of the people and give them what they wanted. Now, don't get me wrong. You can't always give people what they want. You got to have some agency in your own stories. And if you always give people what they want, the show's going to get pretty predictable eventually. So I understand you have to stick to your laurels sometime. But the spot Sammy is in is just unreal. And if you don't strike while the iron's hot, it's just a shame to me that he's going to end up in a mid-card tag team program. Still part of that same storyline, still a big deal, still bloodline, but I just feel like the greatest ending to this story was Sammy getting the belts, doing the impossible and beating Roman. Let's see. Eli, faith in Hunter's booking. Sammy's hella over, but you understand the decision to go Cody Roman. And because they're still wanting to do Usos versus Sammy and KO at Mania. Yeah, no, I get it. What's going on? First time chatter. Siblui, Nacho Libre. Hell yeah, Nacho Libre. That's our reigning defending world champion. 7-0 Nacho Libre. Put some respect on its name. Here comes Geralt, the Witcher of Rivia. in his second ever singles contest. I mean, but you know what? Geralt's debut match, the one in his 1-0 record, was against the reigning defending champion of that time, John Cena. This is the champion killer right here. And Nacho's never lost. I mean, seriously, it's going to be a big deal. I don't know if it's a big deal for anybody else, but it's going to be a big deal for me when Nacho loses for the first time. And it could happen right now. It could happen in this match tonight. I think the tag title match is going to main event night one of Mania. Interesting. My thinking on that would be you always got to put the Royal Rumble winner in the main event, right? So one night I would think is going to get closed out with Charlotte and Rhea, and the other night's going to get closed out with Roman and Cody. Though, I guess...
Gentlemen, you are looking at a man
that was weird. It got really quiet for me in the game for a second. I had to pause and make sure I still had audio. Although they treat main events a little differently in WrestleMania these days, don't they? EliMac. Oh, yeah, main event. Just finished up Vecna from Stranger Things a minute ago. Oh, hell yeah. So you make stuff in 2K. Dude, the community space in this game is just so unbelievably talented. I did not make either of these. Full omission. I did not make either of these wonderful creations you're seeing in front of you. That's all owed to the incredibly talented folks in the community space. Very cool. If you want to drop your tag or your username on the community space in chat, I'd be happy to check out some of your stuff. Maybe we can make some additions to our roster. We're always hiring. Let's see, Nick. I love Sammy, but I just don't think that's your WrestleMania headliner. I watched Elimination Chamber with some new viewers, and when they saw Sammy, they said, "This guy." 100%. I get what you mean. I watched Elimination Chamber with Jess, and why is it so quiet? It's like eerily quiet in there right now. I don't know what's going on with the game. Are you hearing that? You can hear a pin drop. It's very strange to me. Maybe it always sounds like that for you. I don't know. But it's getting very quiet in this game. I get what you mean. She didn't say that. But you put... Yeah, the crowd is just like not making noise. Oh, it's very awkward. There's Nacho with the German suplex lariat combo. We've seen him put so many guys away with that move. Spear! Is that it? Is that it? It is. Wow. Nacho can't be stopped. Unbelievable.
Here is your
8-0.
superstar.
Wrestle perhaps the perfect match. Never any doubt in this one.
This is what you get when you have complete confidence.
It's not just you, so it's getting strangely quiet for you too. That's a new bug I hadn't heard before. I get it though. You put Roman and Sammy on a poster, and if you're not already really plugged into the product, you look at Sammy and you'd be like, "What's that guy's deal?" Right? It looks like this homeless dude, which I do think they could have cleaned him up. They could have cleaned him up for the main event. Oh man, is that King Khan? Yeah, that's King Khan on the screen right there. Sorry, I didn't give that match its due credit. What a victory by the champion, Nacho Libre. Oh, this is going to be a fun one. Wow. Nacho, man, with the quick win over Geralt. I don't know who can beat that guy. I don't know who can beat Nacho. He may never lose. That might just be the world that we live in now. Here we go. Main event of this show, and after this, we're on Elimination Chamber. We've got the Blurreds, Winston A. Marshall and the Master Matt Thomas, who are 0-1 here in the teams division, going off against the 3-0 reigning defending undefeated WrestleReal Teams champions of our league, the Kids at Heart, Nick Mulbach and Chris Anthony Lopez. I don't know what the AI thought it was cooking when it put these four together, but let's find out. This is our last match before we get to our pay-per-view tonight. Our big Elimination Chamber pay-per-view, which is going to be a hell of a thing to see. And I get what you mean, Nick. Cody, obviously, I mean, he looks like $1 million. And he's a superstar in the most truest sense of the word. He's going to be a great ambassador for the product. He's going to look amazing with the belts. And he's a logical person to beat Roman. Like, whoever beats Roman after this reign, because we never see a title reign like this again in our lifetimes, right? Like, that's totally possible. So it has to end in a way that really feels monumentous and significant. And the story of Cody leaving to build his own company and punch his ticket, come back and, get that opportunity that he's fought for his entire life. And the work that Cody's doing, the promo work, that segment with Paul, the stuff he did with Sammy, it's going to be an awesome build-up, and I'm sure an awesome match. I don't think it'll disappoint, but I was hoping to see it be Sammy. I'm sure they'll do something really fun and compelling with him and Owens and the Usos and what's going on with Jay. I've seen a lot of people say the Bloodline storyline has to ultimately conclude with Jay and Roman because that's where it started. Maybe. After that great match, that great dramatic match between Roman and Sammy, and the just absolute top shelf work Sammy's been doing, to have him go down in his hometown with that crowd, to me, it felt like I just couldn't help but feel they made the wrong call, and it was so awkward the way they tried to. Well, the crowd is paralyzed. Look at that guy with his hands over his head. He can barely believe it. It's Winston and Matt. They're all so happy. They can't even move. I don't know. They tried to make everybody feel better about it with that really overbooked finish at the end, and I don't know. Let's see what you say here, Nick. You still have faith the story can end in a satisfying way. Your fantasy booking is that Roman would cheat. Adam Pearce would make Roman put each belt on the line each night. One match against Sammy and again against Cody. That way Cody can be your traditional face. Sammy can have a Kofi-esque run, and you solve the problem of having only one champ. I don't disagree. That was something I also wondered whether it could happen. And it would be one of those sort of last-minute booking swerves, a la, Daniel Bryan wrestling 2 matches to get that main event that we really want. And I guess it's not too late. But to me, it felt like if you were going to start setting that up, it probably would have started at Elimination Chamber. It seems like they're doing the teams thing, which is fine. I mean, look, to their credit, the Usos, have just as much of this as Roman, so they deserve a big finale at WrestleMania 2. They deserve a big match, and I can't really think of any other team that would facilitate it other than Sammy and Kevin. Look at these guys. Speaking of teams, I mean, these guys are just legends. Future Hall of Famers, no doubt. What was I saying? Yeah, I think Usos deserve a big finale as well at WrestleMania, because to me, they have to all lose the belts, right? They have to lose the belts. They have to reset at WrestleMania. I think you still have some Bloodline fallout when it's all said and done, right? Because ultimately, it all has to end with the Bloodline imploding and people turning on Roman and, him being the architect of his own demise at the end of the day. That's the end of that story. And he loses his cousins, and he loses his belts, and it all falls down around him. Paul has to eventually walk away, right? And so, maybe, and Cody's the champion you want to see. So I get it. I don't envy the position they are in with this. It just really sucked to see him lose in Montreal like that. It was just a bummer. Eli's fantasy booking for the end of his Elimination Chamber was to give Sammy the pin, a legit pin, with the camera angle focused on the upper body, but Jay would come out and reveal to everyone that Roman's foot was on the rope. The ref would take the title away from Sammy and give them to the timekeeper. This would lead to a super kick from Jay and a spear from Roman to have Roman retain. I know a lot of people thought Jay was going to go definitively heel on Sammy in that match, and it didn't happen. They're still playing the will he won't he game with Jay. And it feels like there's even a version of this where Jimmy and Solo got to defend the belts instead of Jay. I wouldn't mind that when this is all said and done, it ends with Jay getting his big win over Roman, because Jay's been fantastic through all this. He definitely deserves a big, a big victory in it and momentum going forward. Ramm had the drive. Did you miss Nacho's match? You did. He defeated The Witcher in mere minutes. With the big spear, Nacho Libre is 8-0. I don't think he'll ever lose. And speaking of, I got to take a moment to recognize what's happening here. Matt Thomas getting a little ahead of himself. But he is throwing down on Nick Malbach. These are two brothers in arms here. The co-founders of WAT Real Entertainment. We've been wanting to see Matt mount a comeback and get momentum back on his side for it feels like ages. Can you imagine if Winston and Matt get a win here tonight over the reigning champs? I mean, if that happens, there's no question about it. These two are getting a title match in Elimination Chamber. Wow, what a move by Chris Anthony Lopez. And Matt put in work there. Tagged in Winston, who's now feeling worse for wear. And look at, wow, just, see, like, that's what the drone strike would look like for Obama. It just had to be a crazy move like that. Matt's in, trying to help out his buddy here. Winston giving the old booty bop to Chris Anthony Lopez. This is crazy. I don't think we've not seen so many WAT originals enter the ring since Kids at Heart defended against Nasty World in that TLC match, that historic TLC match. Let's see. Nick thought the men's chamber match was fantastic. Gargano, Bronson, and most importantly Montez Ford all got to look like stars despite being eliminated. I think they need to strap a rocket to Ford. I agree. Seems like an obvious star. I agree on all counts there. I thought the men's chamber match was fantastic. Wow, this is awesome chant from the crowd here in the WAT Theater. Let's see what the pin produces. Wow, people, they thought Winston was out, but not that easily. I agree. Montez looks like $1 million. That spot with him hanging like Spider-Man from the top was crazy. With those annual gimmick matches, it's very easy to feel like there's not much left for you to see for the first time in them. You know, like Chamber, they do the spots where somebody gets busted through the plexiglass. They do, you know, somebody jumps off one of the pods. But a lot of cool double team stuff in the men's chamber. I mean, they just had a really talented bunch together in that match. And it looked fantastic. He just needs to quit selling so hard. He did come from the Dolph Ziggler school of selling. You're not wrong. But that doesn't bother me too much. Just as long as you're not, like, putting you and your opponent at risk out there doing a bunch of flip-flops. This is a pretty good competitive back-and-forth match here, considering who we've got. You know, again, Kids at Heart, a undefeatable thus far, reigning defending team's champions. Going against a team that's not had the impressive debut that they wanted. Matt Thomas not had the success that we hope to see him have in this league. But a great competitive back-and-forth match. That said, I think Winston just got busted wide open wearing the crimson mask here. That's brutal. You hate to see that. So sorry. So Winston. Stream appears to be buffering on my side. I hope that's only on my side. Please let me know if I'm frozen. I hope not. I'm having some poor connection issues here this evening, so I hope everything's running smoothly on your side. In fact, I'm going to ask you in the chat to confirm. We still... Only on my side. Thank you. Thank you. Mwah, mwah, mwah. Love you. Thank you so much. Whoa, whoa, whoa. What's this maneuver? Whoa, Chris! I'm going to refresh the stream on my side now, just so I can see something going on here. There we go. Yep, it was only on my side. Chris going for the cover. Matt Thomas coming in for the save. And I think that was the save. I think we may have seen it all end right there. Chris going for the finisher. Whoa, Fireman's RKO. Does he have it? Matt's still on the apron there. He's going to come in and try to break it up once more. Wow, great teamwork. And Chris is not happy about that. He's turning his attention to the master. Putting him on his head like that. Great competitive back-and-forth match. Great teamwork on the part of the Blurs. Matt Thomas getting in there and saving Winston, saving their chances of winning this match. But Nick is ready to end it. Can he do it? He's got to finish restored up. Now's the time to strike. Well, Matt's stunned on the outside. That Molbot clash. Could it be? Oh, he hits it. That's got to be it. That's got to be it. And it is. That's why they're the champs, folks. I wanted to believe in that amazing upset narrative as much as all of you, but that's why they're the champs, and they're undefeated still.
Superstars that go
I don't know what it's going to take. Matt said horse shit.
This right pairing can certainly do wonders.
Now, that was an example of the AI knowing what they were doing. Matt was stunned to the outside. Matt repeatedly came in and broke up those pins. And it was pretty evident to me that you weren't going to get one over on Winston while his partner was still ready to go at ringside. But Nick called his spot. He saw Matt was stunned on the outside. He wasn't getting up anytime soon. He said, I got to end it right here, right now, or I might not get another opportunity. And he did. And I'm so sorry, Matt, because I'm rooting for you every day. I had a great time meeting up with Matt and Nick this afternoon, eating Ohio pie, greatest pizzeria in all of Ohio. Wow, look at this. Okay, it's time to edit the matches, though. This is Elimination Chamber. Okay, what do we got here? I'm actually really excited to see that it's booking Nasty World, but we might have to get rid of this match. Let's see what we've got. We've got Nasty World and Revolt Insanity. We have to have our 2 Elimination Chamber matches. Here's one. And here's the other. Okay, so our team's title match. Wow, I knew it. Didn't I call this earlier, Matt, when we had Ohio Pie? Chris and Nick will be defending the titles against the Cullen family. Edward Cullen and Jacob Black. I got no complaints there. So we got to have our tournament matches. So these two are out. Let's get rid of these. Okay, so we had the Rabbit versus Suge. This is going to be a hell of a thing to see. Suge is a bit of a giant slayer tonight. Let's see if he can pull out against the Rabbit. And then we had Slick Nick versus PLD. So we'll put those up right here. Interesting choices by the AI there. Johnny Silverhand and Jack Frost. Would have been a great match in another life, but tonight it's going to be Slick Nick versus PLD. And then we got, yeah, that's right, the Slick one. I can't believe Nick pulling the upset victory with that dirty pin. Okay, now let's see. I want to keep this fair. In my mind, we gotta do some work on the chamber matches here. Let's take a look and see. I'm gonna pull back the curtain for you. I never really show you behind the scenes here. Let's see. Let's see what our contenders look like. So, Nacho's the champ. Wow, Slick Nick snuck in there. And Shug. Look, all of our new superstars coming in, getting on the leaderboard for the world title. I'm not going to do double duty on any of our Twitch title competitors. I'm sorry. You may fight your way to the main event one day. I have no doubt. So we're going to have Nacho in there, John Cena, Obama. Walter's already got his shot at ReelyMania, so Walter's not going in. These guys are already competing tonight. And is the Rabbit. LeBron, Randy, Dom. Okay, so hold on. We have, let's count them out. Nacho, Cena, Barack Obama, LeBron, Randy, the Ramm Robinson, and Dom. Okay. I'm going to forget this. I'm going to type it in chat here. Don't mind me. Nacho, Cena, Obama. This is like somebody's Manchurian candidate. Like, I'm about to like activate an agent with this string of characters here. LeBron, Ramm, Dom. Wow, Geralt would have been one of my easy picks for this match, and he really blew it by eating the pin to Nacho. And then we have our women's match, which would be Becky, Paige, apparently Ellie, Alcina, Bella, a lot of Twilight representation tonight, and Catwoman, evidently. Okay. Is that 6? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yep. Okay. We want to do this right. We want to make sure the best contenders are getting these opportunities. Now, something else I thought of, and I want you guys decide what you think. Me, personally, I'm very interested in Nacho and Becky Raddus going to ReelyMania. So I was thinking of giving them the champion's advantage and putting it so that they're guaranteed to come in last in the chamber. Tell me whether you like that idea or if you want it to be completely random. Okay, we got our women's. Customize participants. You want it to be completely random. Okay. And here's what else I'm going to do, though. So, for me, like Nacho versus Walter, for example, is the big money item. I want to see those two compete at WrestleMania. Excuse me, ReelyMania. So my thoughts on this are, let's say, God forbid, Nacho lost the title on this match. He'll get his rematch at ReelyMania, and it'll be a triple threat. It'll be Nacho versus the new champ versus Walter. Same for the women's. We'll raise the stakes even more. Yeah, Matt said it. Nacho loses, make it a 3-way. You and I are on the same page. Okay. So we have Rampage, Becky. We just got to switch out Florence Pugh. Florence Pugh should instead be Catwoman. I don't really know how they decided that, but okay, Catwoman. Tonight's the night for you. Random. And then championship, just to make sure it understands. It's going to be for Becky's title. Matt said leave Florence. I'm over it, dude. Florence, you know what? She's had her shot. We'll give Catwoman an opportunity. Okay, and then we have... we got to clean up this one for sure. Jesse Pinkman, come on. Oh, no wonder Nacho always wins. He's a 100? He's maxed out. That means whoever made him just gave him 100 across all the way. Wow. I mean, look, none of these guys are anything to disregard, but somebody made Nacho 100. I don't know if at this point I might just have to roll with that, though. That's just the lore. Who can beat Nacho? Look, Cena's 94, Obama 96, Walter 92. We might have to boost Walter's stats ahead of ReelyMania. So, okay, all we have to do is swap out Pinkman. Who did I say Pinkman's going to be facing? Pinkman should be LeBron. Hold on. No, something's not right. Oh, Walter gets switched out. Walter would have to be LeBron. I love the sentences I'm saying here. Is there another attire for LeBron? Oh, look, we can switch it up. Wow, look at LeBron's stats. That's a shame. LeBron coming back to Cleveland. There we go. Dom, and then Pinkman should instead be, who was it? Randy the Ram. So stupid. Okay, is this correct? Let's see. Nacho, John Cena, Obama. Yeah, what a lineup. Make sure we know. It's for... Oh, look. I wasn't going to show you until it was time, but there it is. A sneak peek at the Twitch Championship. That's what the tournament competitors are fighting for. To hold this belt around their waist. But we're not going to decide that until ReelyMania. Flo is lost in the gooch. I just saw that. Okay. Here we go. I see your idea, Eli, and I don't dislike it. A tag match between the tournament losers. But I am kind of excited to see Nasty World finally get booked. Okay. Here we go. So we got our teams. This is a great card. We've got 2 Elimination Chambers. This is going to be a hell of a defense. Our tournament matches. And then we have Revolt Insanity versus Nasty World. Now, I'm obviously very biased. I love to see, because Connor and I haven't appeared on this stream in quite some time. I don't know. What do we think? Does it make more sense to do it? And I like it because you do get to put Benny and Moose in there versus King Khan and EliMac. I don't know. Do we want to see a tournament tag, or do we want to see Nasty World compete tonight? Matt's saying Nasty World. I knew he would. Can we get one more vote in the chat just to break this? Do we want Nasty World, or because I do like Eli's idea. I'm just predisposed towards Nasty World because I'm very biased. And Rick doesn't get booked a lot. You'd think Rick would get booked more when I'm running the show, but I try to be very fair about that. MC with 1T. MC with 1T. Tuning in for the first time. What's going on, fella? First time chatter. And he said Nasty World. He came out of the shadows to say Nasty World. Respect. All right. I do like your idea, Eli. I'm sorry. If there was a slot for one more match, I would probably go that route. But we're going to go Nasty World. MC with 1T. Another man from an Ohio native here. Great to see you, my man. Thanks for tuning in. Sorry I missed you at the latest Twitch meetup. I had to miss it, sadly. Let's start the show, baby. And featured films. Whoa. Ohio showing out. What's going on, guys? Great to see you. Thanks for coming in. You picked a great time because it's time for the Elimination Chamber. And we've got a stacked card here tonight. Nothing but banger after banger after banger. Tournaments will be decided, championships will be defended, and the world will get a little nasty. Here we go. Hit the pyro! Now, I'm a little salty about this because I love using custom arenas for our pay-per-views, but this video game will apparently only let you book the Elimination Chamber match in the Elimination Chamber arena, which sounds like it makes a lot of sense. However, there's no discernible difference in terms of like the architecture or space. It's really dumb. I had like a whole custom God of War arena ready to go in celebration of finishing Ragnarok, and I didn't get to use it. But we'll use it some other time. All right, let's start the show. So what we got first? This is just sort of an exhibition match, right? We've got on the left here Revolt Insanity, one of our more impressive tag teams here. The Revolting Blob and Captain Insano of Adam Sandler film fame, going against the Nasty World. Yours truly there on the left, a man once known as the Rager Rick Raddus, competing with his brother in arms, a.k.a., yes, I'm going to have to say it, the Semen Demon. It doesn't get nastier than that, Connor Breedlove, teaming up once again. I know I'm biased. I'm really excited to see these guys finally competing again because we saw them get a prime shot at the championship in a TLC match. They weren't successful. They lost. I was very bitter about it. I would love to see them come in and make a big statement tonight. I haven't had to watch myself lose too much on this show, and I don't want to start now. And it is true. At lunch, we did talk about these teams. If you ever wondered what I talk about, with Matt over lunch, it's this. We talked about this. That's how much I love doing these streams. I'm just out here openly speculating on what could happen in my simulated wrestling streams. And don't worry, these loading screens do get shorter as the show progresses. If Nasty World wins, 100 bits are yours. Oh boy, the stakes are so high. They truly, truly have never been this high. We've got money riding on this. I need Nasty World to win. Now, I know we got some first-time chatters in here. I don't actually play these matches, FYI. We watched the AI duel against itself, and so this is this is a God's hands right here. But I'm praying for the Nasty World.
And here they come.
Here they come. Revolt Insanity. Now, this is a pretty impressive team so far. Let me check on Revolt Insanity's record. Look at these guys. Revolt Insanity. Okay, actually, I lied about that. They're not that impressive. Revolt Insanity's coming in at 1 win, 2 losses.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall on the way to the ring at a combined weight of 829 pounds.
That's some big boys.
The Empire of Pain.
As a former tag champ
So,
myself,
you know, this is
I
actually
know
a
when
pretty
I see a
logical
championship caliber
configuration
team,
by
and
the
this is
booking
the
AI.
dictionary definition
You've got
of
Revolt Insanity, who have not had a great run thus far, but have been here since the beginning. I think they were booked on our very first show, so we've seen a lot of them. So they still feel like a premier team here just by the impact they make, the statements that they make. These are 2 big meaty men slapping man meat right there, Bubba. On the other end, we have Nasty World, an 0-1 team, but 2 WAT alumni, 2 WAT originals. So this makes a lot of sense. A great way to open the program, in my honest opinion. And here they come. I love watching this entrance. We don't get to see it enough. I wish you could hear the music. I'm so mad that it mutes the music because you can hear this NWO. Oh, here he comes, Big Daddy-O. Nasty World. Stream's buffering for me once again, so let me know if that's true for you or not. I hope not. Here comes the Rager. Great to see him. And here comes his partner in crime. Nope, stream's still running. Okay, good. We all good. Thank you so much. Look at these guys. Yes! For life. It really doesn't get better than this. This is why I just couldn't. I didn't have the heart to stop the game from booking these guys because it doesn't do it often.
Weight of 382 pounds. The Nasty Boys.
Ever since I took my spot here at the
Here comes my favorite part of
commentary
this
table,
entrance
I
coming
wanted
up right
to
here.
call this match.
It's when
I
Connor gets
cannot
in the ring.
wait to
Watch
finally
this
do
kick.
it.
Woo! That's my favorite part. Oh, man. Yeah, these guys, crowd pleasers and crowd teasers. They're coming in at like approximately half the weight of Revolt Insanity, so the deck is a little stacked against them. But you just love to see them out there. You love the way they make you feel. You love the energy that the Nasty World brings. And I'm hoping for a better display from them today. I'm hoping to see them turn it around. I'm hoping to see... Look at these guys. Now, Matt said that actually looks like me. I'm not really sure that it does.
And we're on our way in this tag team matchup. There's a pecking order in the tag
Rick
team
Raddus
division,
opening with some
and
kicks and some
teams
strikes.
jockeying for position at the very top.
Just unloading knees to the body.
Okay, sorry. Just had to make sure that it keeps buffering on my side, which as long as that's unique to me is not a big deal. Crowd squeezers before the lawsuit. You think we still need to get the Seaman Demon logo on Connor? I don't know. I don't know if there's like rules and regulations to what you can do with your custom wrestlers. Like, is there potentially a terms of service breach if you put a white, and maybe even a Twitch terms of service breach? If you put the words Seaman Demon on a man's tights in drippy white font. I just don't know. I don't know if I'm willing to find out. Blob stomping away at yours truly. I don't like that. Wow, already getting yellow in the chest. I got to see my boys turn this around. There we go. Slipped out of it. Going in. Oh, big booty bop. You don't want to be on the tail end of the revolting blob. He has killed men with that rump. And I don't want to see Raddus go the same way. But, man, he has taken a beating. Orange in the chest. Tags out to Captain Insano. Can Rager get the hot tag to Seaman Demon? Come on. And the Captain's letting him get it. The Captain's saying, I want it. Tag that little man in here. But that little man's got heart. That man's got gusto, and he's getting another big booty to the crotch region there. It doesn't look good. Well, Insano just tags out. That's it. He just wanted to come in and bully the Nasty World and leave. It doesn't look good. You got to have faith. This big DDT delivered by the Seaman Demon. Hot, and another frequent tag. A lot of trust there by Seaman Demon. Tagging in the Rager. Springboard! Wow, what a move! frequent tags by the Nasty World. Learning to work together, maybe learning to focus on victory. Another DDT by the Seaman Demon. Last time we saw these guys out, they just looked to be dishing out as much pain as they possibly could against the kids at heart. And it ultimately cost them the match. Instead of focusing on the titles that were up for grabs, they just tried to hurt their opponents as much as they could. Maybe tonight, strategy is more of the priority. And it would be what's necessary for them to pick up their very first victory here in WAT World Championship Wrestling. Not Captain Insane, or Volting Blob, pardon me, putting the Demon on the ropes, hitting the big chop. Oh, I don't even think you could show whatever that was on conventional television. Good thing we're on pay-per-view, Daddy-O. Another DDT from the Demon. Going for the 3 count. I don't think it's going to be it, though. But the Demon put it on a wonderful display here. Really making up the difference considering how much punishment Raddus took to start things off. Wow, he's just putting on a clinic against the Blob. He's fighting like he's got something to prove. Look at that springboard tornado DDT. Incredible work, and that is... Oh, busted open the Blob. You may not be able to see it under that mask. What is this? Ooh, be careful out there, Blob. You're in... Holy shit, Connor! Yes! Yes! Can you feel it? And the crowd's chanting, this is awesome, and it really is! The Demon! The Demon is creating something evil here tonight. It is a nasty world, Daddy. Now he's got to be careful. He's got to make sure he doesn't get counted out here. Don't hear that smack? Don't let his bloodlust overcome the potential victory. Got to get that Blob back in the ring, and he does. No, he doesn't. Sometimes it's harder than it seems. That's what she said. It's a nasty world after all. And though if the Blob gets counted out, oh my God! Seaman even breaks the count of his own volition. I don't think he needed to. I think he could have left the Blob to rot out there, and we might be celebrating their victory already, but he said that's not enough. I want to taste blood or slime, perhaps. Not sure if the Blob has conventional blood. He's kicking ass. Holy shit. Again, you'd almost have to think that there's some sort of personal vendetta being played out here tonight. And he breaks the count again. We're seeing a pattern here with these two. It's not about winning. It's just about hurting people. Blob turns it around. And, you know, I'm almost glad he did, because I think there's a version of this where we just had to sit here and watch Connor beat the Blob up for the rest of the night. And he's clearing off the announce table. I swear, you'd think this was part 3 in a, 5-match epic. These four have never met before. And he's just walloping on the Blob. Must have slept with his wife. I don't know. I mean, it feels very personal. Under the ropes now. And Connor looks great, but I think... Oh, no. Demon, I think we've seen it so many times. You get too high on your own supply, and you get punished for it because Captain Insano's back in. And Captain Insano is very fresh, very big, and very scary. I mean, if they could have kept the Blob in that ring, I think it would have been their match to win. But now you have to start over, basically. That being said, Secret Demon's got 2 finishers stored. If he can get the Captain back in there and just rapid fire those out, I mean, he could very easily get this guy in a spot where he can't get up. A lot of action on the outside tonight. I guess that's just what you get when you put the Nasty World in the ring. You're not going to get a conventional wrestling match. You're going to get a fight. Captain Insano back in the ring.
You tell him, Saxton.
And the Demon's not even going to entertain the idea of tagging out, it seems. He just wants to go out there and really prove himself. And like I said, 2 finishers stored. The Blob seems very lost out there. Nope, tag into Raddus, who, mind you, hasn't been in a bit. Might have freshened up, but has had some damage dealt by the hands of Revolt Insanity. Oh, and he's just laying knees into the skull of Captain Insano. Another one. Wow. Going up top. What's he got there? What do you got for his Big Daddy-O? Woo! Bit of a coup de grace. Off the top rope. Tags into the Demon. This is expert offense by the Nasty World. If they could just focus that effort, that energy, and that offense. Oh! Out of nowhere! Oh! He kicked out. The Blob couldn't even save him. Blob's out. Here we go. Tags the Rager back in. Insano's out. Blob's out on the outside. This is the opportunity you need to finish it up. Can Raddus do it? What's up next? Sends him in the corner. Wait a minute. Could this be? Oh, he's going for those deep shoot kicks, but Insano turns it around. Damn it all. We're so close to seeing the winner decided here. And now Rager's up on the shoulders of Captain Insano. Maybe the biggest competitor. Oh, and Rick's busted open. Rick's busted open. This is a bloody brawl. What a way to start the Elimination Chamber tonight, folks. There's a reason they call this pay-per-view. Ooh, that's a lot of weight coming down on your nether bits. Going off the ropes. Oh, my God. Captain Insano's got a finisher stored. Can he pick his spot? Tags out to Blob, though. And he goes in for a pin, but I think too much time has been wasted, and Seaman Demon's not going to let it happen anyway. A huge aspect of tag team wrestling we've seen in this league is timing. It's not enough to just hit your finisher. You need to know when to hit it, and the Demon is stunned. The Demon is stunned. And Blob is very smartly dragging Rage into the middle of the ring. No. No! Not again. I can't see them lose again. No! Kick out. Kick out, Rick. Ah! God damn it all. That was our opportunity to make some money. MC with 1T keeps his bits. Damn it. Damn it, it doesn't feel good. Is this what it feels like, Matt? To watch yourself lose? 0-2 for the Nasty World. It's tough to see. I should have gone with EliMac's idea. I should have pulled him out of there. Damn it, night ruined. I agree. Night ruined. I mean, a great match, though. I mean, that's not even my... It says it right there. Great match. Great match. Great win for these guys. That's got to put them up the rankings for a possible title shot. Fuck, man. Still a great match. A good showing for the Nasty Boys. Oh, next up. Well, that's a bummer for me, but as long as the people are entertained, that's all that really matters. But I would hope for a better showing from myself in this game. Damn it. Well, let's get back to business here, folks. All night we've been watching this. Oh, MC with 1T is going to go punch his monitors. I'm so sorry. You have very nice monitors I've seen on stream. Very big screens. What a shame that one of them had to be smashed due to Nasty World's loss. Let's get back to brass tacks here. All night we've been running a tournament to determine who will become the first Twitch champion here in WAT Real Championship Wrestling. Now here, we're in the semifinals. We've got the Rabbit, the nightmarish tulpa of Liminal, my favorite game on Dreebs, made by a great member of our WAT community here, Mr. Ramm. There he is, Ram53452. Going one-on-one with a WAT original, Suge Knight 323 in the semifinals here. Now, I might let these entrances play out just a little bit more, just to really put some respect and levity on what's about to happen here. Now, the Rabbit and Suge are going to go one-on-one here. The winner of this match will then go on to face either Slick Nick or PLD in the finals on our next stream at ReelyMania. Those are the stakes. The Rabbit mind you, never lost. I think, let me double check because I've got my stats here. As of his last match, okay, so he's 2-0. I'm sorry, he's 2-0. So I shouldn't overstate it. The Rabbit's 2-0 as of this match. But can he go 3-0? Now the other end of it, he has Suge, who's also 1-0.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall.
MC with 1T wants to know who to vote for. I'm not here to sway you. These are all friends of mine, even this thing. You tell me who you like. This just freakish horror game antagonist who brought me a lot of stress on this very channel. You can check out the full VOD on What Real Gaming. Liminal, a game I highly recommend for all PlayStation players on Dreams. You got the Rabbit here, and then coming out next, I love this guy's entrance. I'll sit here all night and watch this if I don't skip it. Suge Knight 323, a contributing member of this podcasting team, runs his own terrific Twitch channel, Suge Knight 1323, plays a lot of Magic the Gathering, plays some Skyrim from time to time. I think I saw he started playing Stardew Valley, which was a surprising choice coming from him. I don't know why. Sugarfoot Knight. But he's a terrific podcaster and a great friend. Looked very impressive in his debut against Big Moose Haas. I mean, to me, this is... how can I pick? I can't. I can't pick.
He said he'll
Sugarfoot.
and he looks more than ready to deliver on
They didn't have Suge. Sorry. So I had to go with the closest thing they offered, which was Sugarfoot Knight. We love the Sugarfoot Knight. Mr. EliMac wants the finals to be Suge versus Slick Nick. Could be. We'll see. Slick Nick, I think, really established himself as the villain of this whole thing. So it would be perhaps a little satisfying to see him get some comeuppance at the hands of the Rabbit in the finals. Who's the underdog? I would say anybody competing against the Rabbit is the underdog every time.
And here's a superstar that has all the tools,
especially considering
one of the biggest names this business has
the height
ever
difference
seen.
here. But
Let's
let's not harp on it too much because we saw a similar height difference when Suge took on Big Moose Haas in the last match in the opening round of this tournament. And he rose to the occasion, and wow, what a springboard DDT from Sugarfoot. Nick said he'll take the sugary clown. We'll see. You got to get through PLD first in the following match here tonight. Sugarfoot wins, you know the drill. We'll see. The Rabbit has been very impressive thus far, and that's not to say Suge hasn't been either. Made his debut tonight, and as far as threw the Rabbit out. I don't think we've ever seen the Rabbit on the receiving end like that. Suge, for all my money, maybe had the match of the night with Big Moose Haas earlier today. Great contest. No way is he going to the outside. When you have an opponent like this, I guess you got to go big. Oh, and he pays dearly. Power bomb to the outside. What a reversal by the Rabbit. And you can't, credit to Suge getting bold and ballsy out there, but you got to remember and respect what I can't even say who you're competing against, what you're competing against. But turning it back around to his credit, Suge doesn't stay down long, kind of no-sells the power bomb to the outside, and he's getting the Rabbit back in the ring. And I've never seen the Rabbit on the receiving end like this. Rabbit is so commonly in control of the match. Not somebody you see struggling on the outside like this, ever. So Suge is really saying a lot with the display here tonight. In fact, he wants to go back out there. The ref won't let him.
You can tell he's feeling it now.
I've never seen the Rabbit need to catch his breath like that. It's almost disturbing in a way. But he's back in. He's back in. He's refreshed, and Suge stays on him. Suge understands the opponent in front of him and knows he can't let off. He can't relax. And he takes it right back to him. Could we see the Rabbit fall victim to that amazing bonsai drop that fell Big Moose earlier in the night? Oh, we've seen this. Shades of Latino Heat. The Three Amigos.
And perhaps a trifecta.
And he hits the third. He goes for the pin here. Could it be enough? Oh my goodness. Suge gets the pin over the Rabbit in the semifinals of this tournament. MC with one T drops some bits in celebration. Thank you. Thank you, MC. Wow. And somewhere out there, Ramm just lost a lot of money himself. Suge. Suge, I didn't know you had it in you. This could be your first ever Twitch champion. What a contender. What a competitor. Pater could have used Suge's help. He sure as hell could have. Wow, Suge beats the Rabbit. Suge's going to the finals. And who's he going to see there? Who's he going to see there when he gets to ReelyMania? Is it going to be Slick Nick on the left here? Chat zone Mick_Marley? Or is it going to be PLD, who, as far as I can tell, PLD is the only guy in this tournament that I haven't seen in chat. And that's not acceptable. So, you know, who am I voting for? I think it's obvious. Yeah, Suge has become the first man to beat the Rabbit one-on-one. Made history. The Rabbit's now 2-1. Shuggy Main, 2-0. 2-0, and he's going to ReelyMania. He just punched his ticket to the biggest show on Twitch. Slick Nick versus PLD. Now, this is a match with ethos. This is a story that writes itself. Two men with a storied history that started all the way back in the Schmoedown's Development League, First Class League. A competitor, a question writer, a dream that continues even to this day as these two meet in the squared circle for the very first time.
The following contest is scheduled for
in his own words, he gave me my career and now I have to destroy him.
From Cleveland, Ohio.
Forget a rabbit. Forget a rabbit foot for good luck. I'll take a sugar foot any day. Well said, MC. Well said. That was poetic. Slick Nick, who let's just call it what it is. Cheated his way to victory in his opening bout against Brother Lomas. Stole his way into the semifinals here. And people were very unhappy. The chat was very displeased with heel Slick Nick Harley. His dastardly strategy. But it got him the win. At the end of the day, the record books are going to say win or they're going to say lose. They're not going to say whether you followed the rules. And this guy ain't doing that. But he sure as hell is winning. Can he do it tonight against PLD? The Wattverse needed a heel. You're right. You know, there are heels in this game, but like I've never really seen one truly heel it out like that. Look, and he's still showboating while PLD's coming out. He doesn't even realize his entrance is over. So, you know, I guess this makes PLD the face here. This makes PLD the good guy. You know, I talked him up in his previous match.
From New York, New York, weighing in
legendary question writer of the Schmoedown. Host of PLD projects on YouTube. A great content creator, a great man. And he's going one-on-one with Slick Nick Harley tonight to punch his ticket to ReelyMania. And look, there he is. You know what? He answered the call. PLD Projects just entered chat to see whether he's got what it takes to defeat Slick Nick in the semifinals of our Twitch Championship Tournament. Who's the underdog here? Hard to say. Both competitors are 1-0, so they're very equally ranked as far as that goes. I couldn't really speak to who the underdog is here, but I can tell you Nick on the outside there, and the little black shorts, definitely the bad guy. PLD here, definitely the good guy. So if that's going to sway how you cheer, that's what I can give you. As far as underdog, I don't know that there is one. But I can tell you this.
And here we have a
Only one
superstar
man
with
is
a
going
big
to come out of
chip
this
on his
match
shoulder. He has certainly
still
felt
undefeated.
overlooked
And Nick
recently.
coming in with some early offense to try to make that true for
Coming into this
himself.
fight, his opponent's been boasting a new
PLD tried to get here backstage,
We'll have to see if that new
or tried to get here
approach
earlier,
brings
but
any dividends.
someone hit him with a crowbar backstage. That will happen in this industry.
Follow-away slam. Flipping the script
And you
out
do
of
have mustache powers that are unrivaled.
Oh, what a right.
That was the most important thing to me when I was making PLD,
With a purpose.
which again, I have to say, going for kind of a Bubba Ray Dudley thing here. When I put PLD together, though, I said, I gotta find the right mustache. I think I narrowed it down to like 3 mustaches, and I probably thought about it for 10 minutes. Wow, look at this. He's spinning him around like a helicopter. Nick wants to see his other finisher. What was your other finisher? I know you told me, and I know I put him in there, but I forget. So maybe we'll see and it'll remind me.
Gorilla press slam.
That's true. Mr. EliMac did shake PLD's hand in the ring in a display of respect. Even though PLD made short work of him, gotta say PLD did look fantastic in his match with EliMac. Very dominant. Nick cheated his way here, so again, if you want to talk about who's more likely to go all the way,
Follow-away slam.
these are all the facts.
Right in the mat, face first. That's certainly what. Here's a cover.
Nick goes for the pin.
And the referee stops the count before
It's going to take more than that. Nick can't believe it. I think we can all believe it, Nick. You got to do more than that to put a guy like PLD down.
Destroyed. Shifts it back onto him. Close fist connects.
Accepting challenges. What's going on? First time chatter. Senor Bing Bong. No, I would not be accepting any challenges tonight. That's not really what we're doing. I'm actually not playing any of these. We're doing all simulated matches tonight. But I appreciate the offer. That would be something fun to try out sometime. Which is not really the name of the game of tonight's stream. We're actually running a tournament with many of the chatters and personalities here on this channel right now. Stunner! Is that it? Slick Nick kicks out. I thought that was the end of it. I thought that was it. And I think Nick's soul left his body in chat there for a second. PLD going up top. Shades of Bubba Ray Dudley. Here he goes. Double axe handle from the top. Keeping the offense on him. Not deterred by the fact that he got out of the stunner. PLD's really putting on a fucking beat down here. Would you be able to join somehow? Sure. I mean, I imagine your creator wrestlers on the community space. If you, I'm not going to be downloading anybody else tonight, but if you want to drop your tag or your username in chat so I can find you later, I'd be happy to do so. And yeah, if you want to come hang out and watch the stream, perhaps we'll get you in the league here. PLD putting on a clinic. Is it enough? It is! Wow. PLD's a fucking beast in this game. I guess Nick Harley gets his just desserts at the hands of PLD, the man who made him and the man who ended him. PLD is going to ReelyMania and the championship match. He said, spoiler alert, you lost. It's going to be Shook Knight 323 versus PLD to determine who the first Twitch champion is when we go to ReelyMania on the next stream. Spoiler alert, PLD wins. These men just punched their ticket. Let's start the hype train there, baby. I don't mean a Twitch hype train. I mean, you could start one if you want. I just mean get ready. I want to see a lot of shit talk between these two on Twitter. PLD versus Shug at ReelyMania for the Twitch Championship. Wow. What a way to end this tournament. Can't wait to see it. What a tournament. Nick's got to hit the hay. I don't blame you. It's not fun to see yourself lose. Take it from me. Thank you for tuning in, my friend. Good night. And I'm glad you enjoyed the show. And the show's not over yet. The tournament's over, but the show's not over yet. We've got some we got some championships to see defended tonight. We got 3 of them. 3 championship defenses tonight. And this is the first one. Whew. Yeah, good night, Nick. Thanks for tuning in, my man. Should going to be hung off a railing and dropped. What's that? Why are the I don't know why. I've seen it do that before. Maybe I did that when I made the title and I got to fix it. I don't know why the I is lowercase. That's got to be my guess. Is I put a lowercase 1 in for some reason. Our first championship defense of the night. Our first elimination chamber of the night. God, I hope the AI is more refined in the elimination chamber matches than it has been in other gimmick matches we've seen thus far. We've got Alcina Dimitrescu, Ellie Williams, Rampage for Betty, Isabella Swan, the reigning defending women's champion Becky the Wreck Raddus, and Catwoman. Gonna be a hell of a showdown. MC's got Catwoman. You know, her inclusion here is kind of controversial for me because she's never competed in singles at all, but the AI said that she was higher on the leaderboard, so we're going to respect that. We're going to give her an opportunity, and what an opportunity this is to defeat 5 of the top women competitors here in WAT Championship Wrestling to call herself champion. Punch your ticket to ReelyMania. Peggy Bebo in the chat. What's going on? Peggy Gubbins, my favorite bartender, doesn't see herself. Well, you know what? I didn't get the request to make Peggy Gubbins in this game, but if Peggy Gubbins wants to be in my game, I'll add you to the list, my friend. But I'd love to see you come in here and whoop some ass. We can definitely make that happen before next time. Here comes Ellie Williams. I'm going to take a quick bathroom break. I'll let these entrances play out in the meantime. I'll be back in like 1 minute for our first Elimination Chamber match of the night.
The undisputed, prestigious Women's World Championship. Introducing the challenger from Boston, Massachusetts, the Savior, Ellis Williams.
Fellas, I've been looking forward to this match for a while, mostly because I'm outside the Elimination Chamber and not in it. She's been undergoing a lot of training for tonight, not taking this title opportunity lightly. This woman is the real deal.
And introducing the challenger from Transylvania, Romania, Lady Destroyer.
I can't imagine what it must be like locked inside the unforgiving structure.
Take a look at her eyes, more than ready to become the standard bearer of this division.
All right, I'm back. Let me make sure you can hear me. Audio check here.
And introducing the challenger, representing the Bad Girls. From New York,
you can hear me. Good.
Selena.
All right, I'm back. Got myself some water. Got myself a slice of Ohio pie pizza. I know we got a lot of Ohioans in the chat. All my money, the best pizza in Ohio. In Brunswick and Rocky River. Can't recommend it enough if you haven't had it. You're missing the fuck out. Try to get my headphones on without dropping my pizza. All right, what we got going on in the chat? Looks like you got to make PG. We can do that. We can bring Peggy Gubbins to the WAT Championship Wrestling League. It would be my honor. MC, marking out in the chat at the sight of Catwoman here. I'm going to mute this while I chew.
Here she comes.
Oh, man. So this is interesting. Here comes Becky the Wreck-It. An established heel now, by the way. The reigning defending women's champion. The ex-wife of Rick Raddus. Or maybe not anymore. I don't know. It seemed like they had rekindled things. And that's part of the advantage that got her that belt back. Now, I had floated the idea of letting the champions come in last. Giving them a champion's advantage. But the chat argued against that idea. And said keep it all random. So, the women's champion is going to be one of the first people to start this match off. I believe. Or is there, maybe there's one pod that's still empty? Hold on. I might be mistaken. Is she going in a pod? No. Yes. She's going in a pod. Never mind. She's not starting this off. Who's left? I'm going to mute this while I eat it. Rampage for Betty.
Introducing the challenger from Boston, Massachusetts, the Assassin, Paige.
Dozens of the toughest men and women in WWE history have braved this structure, and this combatant joins their ranks tonight.
Sorry, I felt very weird about eating on stream. I know it's like a pretty common thing to do.
Perhaps the biggest match of
especially when you stream for a
tonight.
while.
It's about more than
But I feel like
it's about
I'm a very not flattering like visual eater. And I'm also told I'm a really loud chewer. PLD said check Twitter. So Paige is okay, Paige and Dimitrescu's already out. Who is this? Who is this? Oh, it's Bella.
And introducing the challenger, representing the family.
My next project, Demolition of Suge Knight. The Twitch Championship is coming home from PLD on Twitter. Hell yeah, starting the shit talk, getting the hype going. Did Bella just run through those stairs? Did she just phase through those? So Bella's going to be starting the match off with Paige. Paige is straight fire. I think she turned out pretty good. I realized the big thing I forgot and I need to add in is Paige is tatted up, and that Paige is not. I don't know if I'll get perfect recreations of her tattoos like I did for Connor. Well, Connor's not perfect either, but we got to add some ink to the Boston Badass here. All right, I'm going to finish up this pizza, and I'm going to stop.
I'm starting the match. I'm trying to inflict as much punishment as I can in a one-on-one scenario. A quick win gives you some time to...
Way too diving moonsault. Looking for an early pin. 2 count, making sure to get her shoulder up after 2.
She won't allow herself to be embarrassed this early on.
Out of the ring and on the chamber floor now.
Really just laying it in.
Oh, there's the old... Oh, damage to the hamstrings. Ridiculous standing shooting star. Momentum's all with her now. She's efficient and dangerous with her offense thus far.
All right, we've exited the chew zone. Let's get back to business here.
Look at this. Leg drop, not finished.
Now, it's interesting that Paige and Isabella Swan here started the match off because Paige, of course, recently defeated me in our Twilight Trivia match over on Benny and Moose Save America on YouTube. So, I don't know if Bella knows Paige too well, but Paige knows Bella pretty well. Catwoman's now entered the mix. What a trio. Great snap suplex from Bella. Let's see. MC literally have a whole segment dedicated to eating on stream called "We Got the Munchies." You know, that's the thing. I know it's a very common thing to do, especially if you do like very long streams. You gotta eat. Just not something I've tried out.
And those kickouts are only going to get harder.
Countdown again. Imagine if Becky Raddus managed to still pull the last spot. Who's out next? Oh, and Paige gets out of that crossface. Nope, here comes Becky. Didn't manifest that. I wanted to see the heel tactics come into play, but Becky's in. And this is a fearsome foursome, as it were. Look at these ladies bringing the action in. Suplex after suplex. Now, if you're Becky, you want to win this for several reasons. Obviously, you want to defend your title. But we've established Becky's going to ReelyMania no matter what. What happens here tonight will decide whether she's defending her championship in a one-on-one match against the She-Hulk, or if it becomes a triple threat. If Becky loses this match to somebody else as crowned champion, it's a triple threat at ReelyMania. And if you're Becky, you don't want that. You don't want to have to beat two people to defend your belt. And, I mean, lo and behold, she's got to defeat 5 one way or another tonight. Eli, I may not be in the Twitch Championship match, but you're determined to be at ReelyMania. We'll see what we can do, Eli. Oh, I thought Becky was out. I would like, in my mind's eye, when I think of ReelyMania, I want all the real people to be there. Real as an R-E-E-L. See, it's a branding thing. You know, I want all the true viewers to get booked at ReelyMania. So, wait, Paige has got Becky in a submission maneuver. Is Becky gonna tap? No, not quite. Not quite. There goes Catwoman with a big kick. Goes for the pin on Becky.
She covers for the pin.
Okay, that was a little weird. Kicks out. I am concerned about like how the AI navigates this match, because not a great track record with the AI in these gimmick matches. It gets confused and like forgets to try to win. Oh, but look, Becky is taking Catwoman to Suplex City. Oh, and that's okay. Did you see that? Exactly what I mean right there. Becky was hitting her signature move. Wow, Ellie, what a move! Her signature move on Catwoman, and instead of letting that play out, Ellie breaks up the signature move. But why would you break it up? That's your opponent getting beat up. Let your opponent get beat up, and you just chill. Like, see what I'm saying? If these were actual people, you wouldn't break up that move. It's to your benefit that that person's getting beat up. Bella up top like a spider monkey. Hold on tight. And Becky said, you know what? Nobody's breaking this up. I'm going to take this big mama, and I'm going to send her to Suplex City. Somebody's going. Somebody's going, and Paige comes in hot. And keep in mind, by the way, a lot of bad blood between Becky and Paige. We saw Becky attack Paige completely unprovoked earlier in the night. A fierce rivalry between those two. Spear! Oh, we got the spear! Oh, I got the spear! What's happening? Oh, that was a double count. That was a double count there, but neither of them got it. All the women are in the ring. Is that another spear? Is that it? Oh, wow. Paige eliminated by Bella Swan, the matriarch of the Cullen family, who will also see in action later tonight when the Cullen family challenges Kids at Heart for the team's titles. Wow, Paige has to exit. That's such a shame. By the way, she got double teamed. Becky and Ellie double teamed Alcina Dimitrescu. Little showboating by Bella there in the middle of the ring. I'm just relieved that the AI knows how to like properly win this match. That bodes very well for us. Catwoman's still in it. MC's very happy about it. What a splash by Becky. on that small child, going in for the pin. Not enough. That Ellie's very resilient. Bella in for the pin on Catwoman. Catwoman's out. MC's heart. I can hear it shatter from here. So sorry, my friend, but she'll reasonably need a shoulder to cry on. Maybe that could be your shoulder. But the competition forges ahead to our final four. Lady D, Bella Swan, Ellie Williams, and the reigning champion, Becky the Wreck Raddus, who puts Cena up for the big shipwreck. Go ahead and cover her. But the ref's distracted with Ellie's submission move. Nope, he's diving in for the count. Cena's out. Big Mama's house is closed. Our final three. Ellie goes to the pin on Bella. Bella's out. We're down to Becky, and we're down to Ellie. Wow, delivering chop after chop. Ellie said it's not enough for me to be the star of a premier prestige new HBO drama. I want the belt. I want the gold. And she's just strangling Becky from the top rope. Who's it gonna be? Is Becky gonna take that belt home and punch her ticket to ReelyMania? Or is Ellie gonna make it a triple threat on the biggest stage of them all, folks? The stakes are gargantuan. Spear! And you know, Ellie's not in great shape, and I don't think she's gonna be anytime soon because Becky is locking in that deadly trio of German suplexes that we've seen put so many competitors away. We know this song and dance, and I think we are about to see the end. Goes for the pin. Center of the ring. Ellie kicks out. Ellie kicks out. And I commend her, but she may just be staving off the inevitable ending here because I think we know what's next. Puts Ellie up on her shoulders. Shipwrecked. And that's got to be it, folks. And Becky's posing, but what a kick out by Ellie Williams. That's right. That's right. First time chatter, welcome in Will McLean. Thank you for tuning in. A 2.999 kick out. You are correct. Big kick out. Oh, Becky locking in some sort of variation on the Cobra clutch here. She gonna tap?
She can do this just like you've done your whole career. Tap out.
Don't tap, Ellie. You can do it. Oh, just throws her down.
Could have just been a tease of the potential agony that's yet to come.
Incredible resilience on the part of Ellie.
And she's stunned to the corner.
She may be small, she may be sassy, but she's got a lot of heart. Goes for the pin, and maybe that's it. I don't know. That is it. Wow. Wow, Becky retains the belt. Even though we didn't put her in last, Becky retains the title, and she'll be going on to defend that title against the She-Hulk at ReelyMania. And well said, PLD. I was going to the same place. Ellie may not be the champion, but she went out there and told a story, and we haven't seen the last of that young lady by any stretch of the imagination. Wow. But Becky looking stronger than ever. Becky looking undefeatable ever since we saw her have that change of heart at the Real Rumble. And she's going to ReelyMania. She's going to defend that belt, the WAT Women's Championship, against the She-Hulk at ReelyMania in a singles match. She's got to be relieved to know that, and she's earned the right. Wow. You may not like her, but you got to respect the strength and just the raw dominance of Becky the Wreck Raddus. Here we go. We have ourselves another championship defense in the teams division. Now, here's what's important to remember. The kids at heart, you're reigning, defending teams champions in the form of Nick Malbach and the personality Chris Anthony Lopez over there on the right. 3-0 in championship defenses, 4-0 overall. Over on the left, you've got, we saw a great display by Bella Swan. Didn't quite pull it out. Notice she's not going to be in the corner of the Cullen family tonight, probably nursing her wounds backstage. Even Vampire's got a rest. We got Edward Cullen. We got Jacob Black, 1-0. Not quite 3-0, not quite 4-0, but a 1-0 team, undefeated, technically speaking. Gonna try and get those belts. Now, if there wasn't, we've been talking about, are there underdogs? I would say it's the Cullens, and not just because Jacob Black literally could turn into a dog, but because we just haven't seen that very much of him. The kids at heart, we've seen a lot of them. Our only inaugural champs still standing, by the way. Yes, Becky the Wreck Raddus was our inaugural women's champion, but she lost that belt. She won that belt back. Kids at heart never lost it. They've been here the entire time and just providing the example that we all strive to follow and live by. Just real inspiring stuff. Let's see these guys. Now, we were talking about this today. I was talking about this with Matt and Nick. We really are in a bit of a Twilight Renaissance. I don't know if you guys noticed this. And I like to think it's mostly because of when we did our Twilight charity stream back in 2020. For me, I suddenly noticed I couldn't get away from the Twilight Saga after we watched those movies. So I think it's mostly up to us. And you're welcome. Look at Jacob. What a fucking idiot. I can't stand that guy. I know they're on the same team now, but I'll still be Team Edward till I die. Now, will Jacob shapeshift into a werewolf? Yes, he will.
Look who it is.
It's not always a guarantee, but he did it. He's in beast mode, and you should be, because here come the champs. The kids at heart. Can they coexist? That is the question. That's a question that took 5 movies to answer, and we're still not sure. But we did see, I'm trying to think of who the Cullen family beat. I think it was Revolt Insanity. Who I'm not going to discount after they beat the shit out of Rick Raddus earlier. I can't dog them. And I certainly can't dog the reigning and defending Wrestle Real Teams champions here. Nick Molbach and Chris Anthony Lopez have been nothing short of phenomenal in their championship run through this company. I don't know what team can beat them. We haven't met that team yet. But Edward Cullen and Jacob Black are here to say that we're that team. We're the ones. We're going to go from a 1-0 team to the reigning, defending champions. And should they succeed, we talk about ReelyMania. Look at that beautiful purple strap. I'm talking about ReelyMania. If they pull out the unthinkable here, we'll be seeing these two teams face each other again at ReelyMania in a rematch. See what's going on with Jacob's bottom jaw there that I don't like. Kind of freaky. Here we go, folks. Championship action. Belts on the line. That's what it's all about right there. Jacob starting this off against Nick Molbach. Ring the damn bell.
So here we go. The champs set to defend their tag titles. Obviously, no one can doubt the chemistry that the champions have. You can't become champions in the tag team division without having that chemistry. Being that yin to each other's yang.
And Nick laying it on thick. Nick laying it on thick. I'm going to be so tired in the morning. This is a hell of a show. It's a long pay-per-view.
That was just malicious. Insulting.
After this, we've got, what, one more Elimination Chamber to decide our world champion. We'll get to see Nacho Libre in action. What more could you ask for to close the show? Wow, just putting on a beatdown. I'm not sure Nick's thoughts on the Twilight Saga. I'm not sure how he feels about those movies. Wow! Apparently doesn't think very highly of them, just based on the relentless offense we're seeing here. Tags out to the personality. The personality. Chris Anthony Lopez. But maybe one of the most impressive in-ring tacticians we've ever seen. I mean, that man just defies gravity. Well said, Baron. Not Baron. Byron. Goes for the pin. I don't think it's going to happen that quickly, though.
I am in shock.
Edward not convinced either. At the very least, Edward's not going to be bothered to come in here and help Jacob. Going for some sort of Dwayne Johnson-esque maneuver. Oh! Hooks the leg again. But Jacob's right out. And you know what? I mentioned it earlier, and I think it is worth bringing attention to the fact that usually Bella's out here with the challengers to cheer them on, talk strategy, and keep their heads in the game. Not out here tonight. And I gotta wonder if their cohesion is going to suffer for not having their mutual friend in the middle there to keep their heads in the game. Especially when you're facing the kids at heart. Nick Malbach back in, suffering some chops at the hands of Edward Cullen. That beautiful Cullen suplex.
Vicious right forearm. Vicious, downright savage club right there.
Wow, he's just got that vampire rage unleashing on Nick Malbach here. Taking some damage, taking some hits, but here comes the champ. Right back.
Oh, man, you can see he is feeling it now. Bam! Down he goes.
And I try not to give away the plot here. The WAT Championship Wrestling. Big DDT. But what we're seeing so far is not the performance of a team that's going to be able to take those belts from these guys. And something I always got to appreciate are the frequent tags in and out. The kids at heart understand they're playing a team's game out there. They're making sure nobody gets too gassed, nobody gets tired, nobody gets hurt. It's in and out, in and out, in and out. Oh, but Edwards, he's seeing red. Chris Anthony Lopez should thank his lucky stars that Edward's not one of those carnivorous vampires, because he might have taken a chunk out of the personality tonight. Getting some of the momentum and offense on his side here. I've seen some tweets come through. What's all this? I'm getting tagged in other stuff. Oh, I see. Sorry, I'm getting tagged with all sorts of things with people talking trash to one another. Fantastic. Getting the stakes raised between Suge and PLD. I'm excited for that one. Those two have looked really impressive tonight. They'll certainly earn that championship belt. Seen a lot of great new competitors premiere tonight. Chris up top. Oh! I was going to say you can't waste time like that, Chris, but yes, you can. You put him down. I'm actually hearing some boos in the crowd, which is interesting because in my mind, Chris and Nick are like, they are the archetype of a babyface you can cheer for. Maybe getting some resentment from the crowd. Sometimes that happens when you just win and win and win. Eventually people start wanting to see you lose. Wouldn't that be a shame? Getting that go-away heat, as they call it. Suge says easy money. Suge, you look like $1 million tonight. I didn't really know who I expected to win this whole thing, but you've proven it's certainly you. You and PLD are going to put on a hell of a show at ReelyMania. We might have to put a gimmick on that for the tournament final. We might have to put some sort of fun stipulation on that to raise the stakes just even a little bit more. Eddie goes for the pin. I'm getting very tired. I can feel my brain and my mouth slowing down. I'm getting a little sleepy. I did not get a lot of sleep last night. Had a busy day. I've got plenty of things to do tomorrow, but we're going to stick with it. We're going to see this pay-per-view out to the end. Because we got to know how that championship match ends. Every time Nacho competes, you could see history in the making. Because it's a man who's never lost. Suge versus PLD in an I Quit match. Mr. Eli floats. Maybe. Could be. Yes, Suge, you won both matches. Suge, you beat Moose and the Rabbit, and you will be facing PLD at ReelyMania. That is the final. That's the title match. It'll be you versus PLD in the Twitch Championship match. Next stream. We're not doing ReelyMania tonight. I think ReelyMania will be its own entire stream. Like front to back. It's going to be a big show. Paul White style. Nick goes to the pin in the middle of the ring to Eddie Cullen. Wow, kind of a meandering match here. That's right, Suge. Let's go. You earned it, buddy. Huge elbow.
He gets tagged in. He made it. Tag made.
Jacob tagged in. Eddie's stunned on the outside. Now's the time to wrap it up, and I think Chris understands that to be the case. Throws the tag back out to Nick. Now, I appreciate the back and forth, but if I were them, I wouldn't waste time here. This is as good as an opportunity as you're going to get to put these two away for good. Because eventually Eddie's going to recover, and you're going to have to think about him on the outside when you try to pin Jacob. Big DDT by Jacob, though. Maybe I'm counting him out too early. Goes for the pin. No. Absolutely not, Jacob. What are you, stupid? Oh, flips out of it. Where's Nick going with it? The big Mobot clash. But Eddie's coming too on the outside. He goes for the pin. Oh my gosh. That was going to be it. He came in the nick of time. That's the kind of teamwork that you could expect to see in Twilight Eclipse, Part 3 of the Twilight Saga. Or maybe even Breaking Dawn Part 2, the 5th entry in the Twilight Saga. That's that kind of vampire werewolf synergy that, puts guys like these in the team's division. That's true. PLD taking it back to Suge. PLD also won both his matches tonight, earning victories over Mr. EliMac and Slick Nick Harley. Holy hell, this dog's going up. What's up, dog? Jacob Black, that's what. Oh my god. Like that was a call that could make, what's his name? I'm so tired. What's his name? The commentator in WWE does other, like, ESPN stuff. What's his name? Blonde hair. Michael Cole loves him. I can't remember his name. I'm too tired. Suplex to the outside. I'll remember it in like 20 minutes. Let's see. PLD was in the middle of a podcast, but I'm sure it was a C+ match. Pat McAfee. Thank you, Mr. Eli. Pat McAfee. That was a call to make Pat McAfee blush. Okay, this match has been going on for quite some time. Very methodical. Very plotted. Not the rapid action we're used to seeing in a Kids at Heart match. But the crowd's loving it out there, as you can see. Wow. And look, for me, this is just Kids at Heart's match to lose, so to speak. For me, I'm just waiting for these guys to wrap it up. But every time they've tried to do so, the Cullen family manages to squeak by and stay alive in this thing. Big arm bar. Eddie's not letting that go. PLD at Suge. I'm sure your viewer wouldn't have minded you ending earlier. So cruel. Starting the podcast shit talk. It's getting personal. I'm going to have to try to start a rivalry in the game between you guys and see if it makes a difference. So far, I haven't noticed that mechanic do anything helpful. But I would love to see you guys, like, in cutscenes attacking each other and shit. All right. You know what? Everybody's damaged in this. Everybody's hurting. Everybody is tired.
Nowhere to go, being
Series of knee strikes to Chris Anthony Lopez's midsection. I mean, you know what? I've been dogging on them. Again, no pun intended. Regarding Jacob Black. It could be anyone's to win here tonight. Except the personality is sizing up Jacob Black. He's getting up for the fireman's cutter. Boom, and he hits it. But you got to worry about Eddie on the outside. Can Nick deter him? Get him out of there. Oh. This is what I'm talking about right here. Because the AI is like just not very good. Like the AI should have known how to. Oh my God. These four. Nick and Edward stunned on the outside, and Jacob says, I'm just going to stand here. I'm not going to use that opportunity to capitalize on the champ. I'm just going to stand here, I think. Shug, at PLD, it wasn't a call to action podcast. Oh, super kick! That's got to be it. Come on, finish it up. Go for the pin. Oh, my God. I mean, what a reversal by Jacob, but another fireman's cutter. Whoa! I mean, I think you could just pin this guy at this point. He's hurting. He's just red, head to toe. Head to toe, red to toe. What do you think about that, Pat McAfee? Double super! Go for the pin. If he kicks out of that. So here we go. Mohawk's going to come in for the clash once more. He's going to hit it. But we need Chris to stop Ed from breaking up the pin. Come on. Oh! You know what? A little long in the tooth, but a great match. A great attempt by the Collin family. However, still your team's champions. The kids at heart. They can't be stopped. They can't be beat. And they are now 4-0 in title defenses. Great job, boys. And they're going to ReelyMania. Team's division, kind of a question mark. I'm not sure who we can trust to take these guys on. Maybe Revolt Insanity. Right? They got the big win over Nasty World. Maybe that's who it is. Not sure who they're going to face at ReelyMania. I'll have to think about that some. But I'll tell you what, they're certainly going to defend those teams' belts that nobody can seem to take from them. Oh, wow, look at this. Oh, I forgot what the lineup was in this match, and what a lineup it is. What do we got going on? The chat is lit up with shit talk here. PLD at Shug. I don't even know what podcast you're on anymore. Neither does anybody else, but don't worry, I'll make you famous. I love how personal this has become. Looks like they always just used it a lowercase I in the word championship. That's strange. Strange decision, 2K. EliMac, willing to be in a tag team to challenge for those titles. Something to consider. Something to consider. I do, like I said, I do want all the real people to get booked at ReelyMania. I think that's just the best way to do it. It's been a lot of fun having people in the chat in the game. I feel like it makes it just all the more interactive. So I'd like to really emphasize that aspect for our big show, ReelyMania. I wish we could get LeBron James or maybe Barack Obama in the chat, so they get them cheering for their avatars here. I think that could be really fun. So feel free to tweet at them, or if you know them, let them know. Send them the link. And I think it'd make it all the more fun if LeBron was in here. I agree, Eli. I want to see recorded promos from PLD and Shug. Take it all the way.
Greatest of all time, the 16-time champion.
You know how it's done. We were all in that Schmodown space. Y'all are wrestling fans. You know what to do. We're going to skip these entrances. We've all seen this entrance. But yeah, let's talk about this a little bit. So we got John Cena, who's coming out first. So he's in a pod. Good for him. Coming out, going in a pod. LeBron James. Cena not had a great run here in WAT Rail Wrestling, even though he has been a world champion in the past. Lost that belt to Nacho at the Real Rumble. But we've seen him eat pins and and lose time and time again, as well to somebody in this same match. That being POTUS, Barack Obama. LeBron James scored a very impressive win over Hank Hill earlier in the night, and I think that solidified his placement in here. Oh, look at that. Nacho's going in the pod. Nacho's going in the pod. He's not starting this match off. I kind of would love to see Nacho run through all 5 competitors, because apparently he's perfect. His stats are perfect. He's a perfect 100. I didn't realize that. Explains a lot as to why he doesn't ever lose. Part of me wants to make Walter a perfect 100 going into ReelyMania, or maybe it makes more sense to just cut down Nacho's stats a bit. I don't know, but then part of me is like, maybe that's just part of the lore now, that Nacho is undefeatable, right? And then once it happens, because I feel like it could still happen, it would be a huge deal. Could happen tonight. There are 5 other people in this match trying to get that belt. If there was ever a night it could happen, it was tonight. But Nacho's going in the pot. He's not starting us off. Let's see. What else are they talking? At PLD, that's because I've gone outside the Schmodown circle. You are still stuck there. Sorry to hear that. Like you made Whiskey and Queen famous? Or like them, I was famous before your candy ass. It's Suge, maybe, but when you think of Whiskey and Queen, you think of me. Just like after ReelyMania, when people see you, they're gonna think of me. I love this. I think there's no 2 better finalists for the Twitch tournament. I love that these are the finalists. The shit talk is incredible. I don't think I ever anticipated we'd reach a point where people would be shit-talking each other on behalf of their own avatars in this game on our stream. Dom Toretto. What's Dom's record sitting at? Not a guy we've seen a lot of. Let's see. I think he's undefeated, but he hasn't competed much. He's 2-0.
And introducing the challenger.
Wow, what a pose, Dom. Okay.
Los Angeles, California, weighing in at...
What a pose. 2-0, though, as far as this game goes, pretty damn good. So Dom will be starting us off against Eyes on POTUS. Here it comes. Thankfully, they're in an enclosed structure, so no drone strikes tonight. POTUS coming down to the ring. Here we go. So Dominic Toretto starting things off against Barack Obama. I believe these two have competed against each other before. I want to say it was a triple threat at Moe's Tavern. These two and Black Adam. And I believe... Wow, missile dropkick from the president. I believe Dom won that. So, oh my God. Big opportunity for POTUS to dish out some revenge here, but not happening so far. Now, Dom on the precipice of the release of the 10th film in his trademark franchise. So imagine if he could start going to those movie premieres and red carpet walks with the WAT World title over his shoulder. I mean, bragging rights abound. You know he would love to have that. Maybe even in the 11th movie he could like wear it in the movie. That'd be great for us. If anyone wants to get Vin Diesel in the chat, we can discuss that too. As the president and Dom Toretto scramble in that fist fight on the ground. Who's up next? John Cena, the former world champion. I was talking about the concept of go away heat. That's something John Cena had a lot of it in his WWE career. And I feel like he's kind of got it even here. I feel like people are really sick of seeing John Cena in the main event. I think they're really sick of seeing John Cena in the title picture. I think everybody is looking for a break from John. And, I mean, look, if he doesn't pull it out here and punch his ticket to ReelyMania, I do agree. It could be a long time before we see him again. I don't think he's really earned his way here. Past accolades and other companies aside, I think his win against Matt was kind of a fluke. And now he's just dancing, and he lost the belt to Nacho. Mind you, Nacho is an undefeatable wrestling machine. But, yeah, I'm just not so impressed, considering John's one of the few actual wrestlers in our league.
Now there's a guy you do not want to see at this point in the match.
But here's another one of our actual wrestlers, LeBron James. Very impressive victory over Hank Hill earlier this evening. I speculated that in doing so, he may have earned his right to compete here and get a championship opportunity, and I was correct. Here he is. Big double axe handle. Doesn't work out if he targets the president. Not a phrase you want to say often there, but I did just say it. And now he's delivering chop after chop to Akron, Ohio's own LeBron, who is wearing his Cavs jersey tonight. Bit of a wardrobe change, but Obama has got him in the middle of the ring, going for the pin. Kicks out. No eliminations yet, and it could be a while before we see one. These men have lots of gas in their collective tanks. Who's out next? We got Randy the Ram, but we've got the champ himself. Who's it going to be? Randy the Ram. Wow, look at that. I left it up to fate, and what happens? Nacho's coming in last anyway, as if he needed the help. In my professional opinion, I think that really says all you need to know about where this match is going to go tonight. That Nacho is going to come in fresh against a bunch of guys who have been at it and here for the last couple of minutes. Nacho ain't a guy who needs a handicap. Oh, I thought LeBron was out. But here's the reality of it. He's in there with the top competitors in the division. These are all guys with wins under their belts. Whoa, did you see that little spinneroonie by Randy? These are all guys who have proven great things here in this league. These are all guys who earned their way to this match and this opportunity. Nacho has done incredible things, but he's going to have to outlast all 5 of these men to go to ReelyMania as the champ. Here he comes. And now, I got to be honest with you, my perception of Nacho's kind of changed. Before, he was sort of this scrappy underdog people's champion to me, who, you know, just kept doing amazing things, but wasn't getting the opportunity that he earned. But he finally got it, and he achieved the impossible, and he became the champion of the world. But now we look at him in a different context, knowing that he's sort of this pro wrestling superhuman, you know, built in a lab to be the most perfect wrestling champion there ever was. And now he's very intimidating to him, which is not to say he wasn't before, but now he has sort of this Terminator quality to him where I'm a little scared of him, and I'm a little afraid for anybody who faces him. And he just split Dom Toretto's head open like a melon. Sweet Toretto juice leaking to the floor. LeBron going in for the save here. I mean, look, here's the thing. I talk about AI, and AI is a real hot button issue right now in so many sectors. But if I was, wow, what a moonsault by Nacho. Oh, look, shades of Nacho right there. German into the lariat. We've seen that before, but not from a LeBron. That's very interesting. If I'm the AI in this game, I'm putting Nacho in a corner, and we're all going to town on it, right? You know, we're all gonna. Sorry, it's a lot going on the screen. If I'm in this match, I'm getting everybody together, and I'm saying, the guy with the belt, hold on. Wow, what a powerbomb to the outside by LeBron, going for the cover. Cena's out, and somebody got speared. POTUS got speared. Wow. Obama's out. Dom's got the pin on Randy. Is the ref going to count it in time? Incredible. In the span of a minute, we just saw half the competitors get eliminated. Rapid fire. It's down to Dom, LeBron, Nacho. Can LeBron or Dom do the unthinkable, do the impossible? Or will Nacho exit here still your reigning defending champion? No title switches tonight. I don't know if we've seen a pay-per-view with 0 title changes. Becky retained, the kids retained, and odds look good. Nacho will do the same here today. Dom goes for the cover. No, not it. And what I was trying to say earlier, you're Dom, you're LeBron. You got to forge a temporary alliance here. A house divided is just not going to stand in the Elimination Chamber. You got to team up on a guy like Nacho, who have been as unstoppable as he has. That's the only shot either of you have. Get him out of there, then it's just one-on-one. Guarantee a new champion. But meanwhile, they're going to town on each other. And Nacho's going to come in and clean up the scraps. And it could be it for LeBron, as far as I know. It is. Spare! Oh my God, how embarrassing. The ref can't even find... Oh, Dom kicked out of the spear, and I don't think that's going to be enough to save him, but wow. Wow, what a power bomb from Dom. Power Dom. What do you think about that call, Pat McAfee? Dom's fighting back, starting to put a little hurt on Nacho. I mean, the odds don't look good. And I know family memes and all that, but Dom doesn't have his family. Wow, what a clothesline. Dom's got a finisher stored up. I almost believe that could have been it because I don't see how he didn't blow his head off with that move. Goes for another. No way! Oh my God.
Here's your winner and new prestigious pro wrestling Super World Champion.
A brutal loss for our now former champion.
To go from challenger to champion.
I can't believe... I'm speechless.
Unless you're the one going from champion to nothing.
After everything I said in this match, after everything that's happened, Dom Toretto just did the impossible. Nacho Libre has lost for the first time in his career, and Dominic Toretto... I discounted the family. It turns out the family is all... It doesn't matter if you're in the chamber. The family's still with you in here. And Dominic Toretto is the new, who are they, world champion. You know what that means, folks? Triple threat at ReelyMania. Dominic Toretto will defend that title in a triple threat against Walter White and now Nacho Libre. I am speechless. I am stunned. I never thought I'd see the day. I had discounted this man. I thought Nacho had it in the bag, and I stand corrected, and I stand shamed. And I submit to the glory that is Dominic Toretto. Matt just said, what the fuck? Matt, who wears that same cross pendant around his neck, that Toretto family heirloom. You now share a kindred bond with this man who is our new world champion, battered, bruised, and bloodied. And I think he started out the match, didn't he? He didn't go. He wasn't even in the pod. What a display. What a victory. What a story that was told here tonight. And folks, we're on our way to ReelyMania. When that is, I can't say for sure. I don't know. It's not on the calendar. The next time we do a wrestling stream is going to be ReelyMania. So what does that look like? Right now we know a few things. We've got Becky the Wreck Raddus, who retained, will be defending her Women's Championship one-on-one against the She-Hulk. We have our Twitch Championship match, the final match of our tournament, which features PLD versus Shook Knight 323 to determine the first ever Twitch champion. We'll have a teams championship defense. I'm not sure who that'll be. Yeah, we'll have to figure that out. Maybe Revolt Insanity after the victory over Nasty World, I'm thinking. And we'll have our triple threat. Dom Toretto versus Nacho Libre versus Walter White. What a show that's going to be. And there'll be a lot more to add between now and then. But, I mean, I got to call it there. I've got to call it there. If that wasn't the plan, it sure is now, because I'm reeling from this. I'm going to have a lot to think about before I go to bed this evening, and I am very tired. So that's the end of the show tonight, folks. Thank you for tuning in for what was another fantastic and fun wrestling stream. I love doing this. We had so many friends in the chat once again, many of which you saw yourselves rendered on this very screen. And it was my pleasure and honor to be able to put on a show and help entertain you tonight. So thank you for tuning in. I've got a long list of requests of other people who would like to see themselves added to the league. I'm working on it. We'll see what I can get done before ReelyMania. Probably won't be for another 2 weeks if I had to guess. Give me a little time, put things together, stream some other games. I don't know when I'll be live again next. Maybe tomorrow, maybe Thursday. I was thinking of maybe doing some Fortnite this week. I want to start Callisto Protocol soon. I want to do some Dreams again soon. So a lot of fun stuff coming down the pipe. I'm not sure exactly when. Kind of playing a lot of things by ear right now. But thank you for hanging out tonight. It was so much fun. I love doing these, and I love coming up with this very bizarre wrestling league with all of you. So thanks for tuning in. I know it's late, so have a good night. Sleep well, my friends. If I don't see you again this week, have a great week and weekend. I appreciate you, and I will see you next time. Signing off here at WAT Real Championship Wrestling. I'm Taylor. Good night.